Is this feeding through to the peoples? I believe we're feeding through to the folks out there. Um, Welcome back to Wacky Wednesdays on the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. This is the number one podcast on the face of Mars,
in the galaxy.
in the galaxy, but also on the face of Mars, which is really important because, I mean, if Elon Musk is trying to go to Mars, it's very important what the Martians think. And the Martians out there believe that the Who Moved My Freedom podcast is the number one freedom podcast, number one podcast for the Second Amendment, number one podcast for very handsome looking dudes. All of that, that's what I got right now. I didn't have a chance to write anything, so you guys are gonna have to forgive me for that. While we're getting set up here, and I'm waiting for everyone to confirm that audio, everything's good. Let me know out there, guys, if audio's no good. Lola's about to slam the door, and there she goes. And here she goes again because it wasn't a good slam. Boom. There you go. Make sure you guys go to hankstrange.com. Sign up for this is how it is when you do it from a van. Sign up for the email list. Look around. Lola's Deals is there. We've got the Strangeaholics tab that will show you guys all the different platforms we're on. We're also members of U.S. Law Shield. So if you guys would like to protect yourselves and your families without worrying about all the litigation that comes after that, sign up for U.S. Law Shield. You can save some money if you do an annual membership, as well as, we get a couple of shekels out of that. Smash the thumbs ups, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. And who's someone ringing the bell? Someone ringing the bell? There's okay. Very anemic ringings. Okay, all the ringings of the bells is going on right there. Let me smash the open and get into it right now.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange situation.
All right, guys. Make sure you smash those thumbs ups. Ring the bell so you can be notified. We are live. We are live right now. Boom. Everybody go. Jazz hands. Come on. Jazz hands. No one's doing jazz hands. There we go. Jazz hands from everyone. I hope you got your big girl panties on because we are live. This is episode 771 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Wacky Wednesdays is what Lola said Walter wants to call this Wacky Wednesdays.
Well, it sounded like, a good name for,
We'll see.
Ryan.
Yes. Wednesdays. Let us know. Vote on Wacky Wednesdays. BFP is also here. What do you think, Patrick? Wacky Wednesdays? Like it?
Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to do it too often, but Wacky Wednesdays works.
Yeah, I don't want to make you have to whack it, too often either.
More than a couple times a week.
You've got limits.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Patrick has limits. He's a civilized man.
I don't want to go blind. Listen, none of us do.
Yeah, in a modern world.
Go animal. Just go animal.
Yeah, he's got to save it because babies must be made.
Not else proper practice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you guys let us know what you think about Wacky Wednesdays out there. Listen, we're back. How long did I take off? A couple days. Big shout out to Walther Arms, by the way. You know what? How about Walther's Wacky Wednesdays?
There you go. Just today only.
Sure, I'll take it.
Walther's Wacky Wednesdays. Yeah. I was gone for a while. Did you guys miss me? I doubt it.
There's a lot of news happened.
Yeah.
There was moments when my freaking texting thing between you two girls just goes like freaking ballistic.
You did the same thing, so don't
even. Yeah, what do you? Wait.
Yeah, Walter, you did the same thing.
Walter,
what the hell are they talking about?
Don't even try that, Walter. Sometimes while I was driving on the road, my thing was just going bling, 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 bling. I was like, what are these two dudes getting into?
Oh, me and Babyface. Yeah. Every once in a while,
we have all the ways. It goes all around.
Yeah, we have a group chat.
It's very creative, though.
Yeah.
Creative.
Yeah. Judd M says AMC stock to the moon.
What's AMC in the movie? Yeah, they've. Yeah.
I think didn't something come out about fake stocks? What's it?
Holy what? It's $62 a share right now?
It's $62 even with the fake stock news?
Chris that works for me has dabbled in AMC a little bit. So
Okay.
I bought AMC at a huge loss at $14 a share 6 or 8 months ago.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh,
And was pissed at myself because it went from 14 to 8, and I was like, well, I lost all my money.
did you
It's
sell
at
it?
65?
Did you sell?
I'm
It's
gonna
six.
go in.
I
I'm
see.
gonna go in. I'm gonna go in right now.
Wait, hold on. You had it?
I
You
have
still-
it. I
you
have
still held
AMC
it?
sitting in my account. I have like 5 shares of it that I was so fucking mad
Oh.
because I lost. I thought I was
Okay.
gonna lose it all.
Okay.
I'm
Listen,
gonna be so
I would
happy
like
to
I would
go
like a
get rid of
Rolex. I would like a
For
Bentley.
$62 and five shares. Come on.
You should have been stacking. You should have been stacking, man.
Well,
Come
I thought
on.
I was gonna get screwed by it because I bought it at 14, thinking to the moon, and then it dropped to 8, and I was like, well, shit, I just lost all my money.
Yeah, and there it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
See,
whole
my
bunch of
count's-
stuff going. Yeah, so Len Holt says it's a bit off from $70 earlier. That's what Len Holt is saying.
I've been ignoring it because I was so mad that I was like, screw it, just let it. I'm just gonna let it go. Maybe I'll get my money back eventually. I guess I did. So.
Yeah, I see that even the cryptos are up a little.
I wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I thought the government was planning on going after the cryptos. They're
I
always
thought the government was
threatening.
Screwing everything.
where?
Yeah.
I'm still
Night
trying to
Train
figure out
says,
where
I remember here when Wednesdays used to be a gun girl guest. Oh.
I can show my nipples off if you want,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you guys want to see that.
Yeah, BFP refused to transition. So,
Listen,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
we
If,
don't want to
60
see
Minutes
your
is
hairy
correct-
nipples like that freaking snow beast from Star Wars.
Oh yeah, if 60 Minutes has anything to say about it, I could be a woman in the next like 6 months.
Oh boy.
That came out a week ago. There's so much happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, lots. What was the big thing for you guys? And then the folks out there can let us know what was the big
Oh,
thing.
Jesus,
Anyone?
these
Walt?
come and go.
Yeah. What was?
I'm
Anything-
still trying to find the open.
Yeah, I was on the radio. I was on Armed America Radio with Mark Walters today,
Oh,
and
that's cool.
yeah. Shout out to Mark Walters. So we got Walter. We're sponsored by Walther. Then I just talked about Mark Walters.
And it's Wacky Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Lots
The
of
W's.
W's today.
Yeah, tongue twisters. He was talking about Fauci. Is that you guys? Anyone riled up about Fauci?
Yes, and I think we all should be. But it doesn't surprise anybody. Walter,
What happened? Jaw dropping.
my
What happened?
my account was down. My TD Ameritrade account was down to $45, $35 when I bought in all that stock. It's now up to $287
What?
from all that stock. Yeah. I'm selling before I'm getting out of it now. I do not trust that it's going to stay high. There's no way.
It's after hours. I don't know. You're gonna
Yeah, I
have to
got to
do
sell
after
tomorrow
hours.
morning.
Yeah, you got to put that order in. I don't know when it's going to go in. Wait, Jen Champ Jr. says Trump is back in fascist book, and I'm not gonna go. Yeah, I'll just throw it up there for you. And Instagram, he's on Facebook and Instagram. And Kathy.
Oh, he got back up on Facebook?
I'm not aware of that, Walter. You're gonna need to check into that one.
Walter.
Yeah, Walter is the Trump expert.
Yeah, it's up. Facebook.com/Donald
Like I said,
Trump.
I haven't been following the news, so
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good.
But he hasn't posted since January 6th on Facebook. Yeah, I know he was a Twitter guy. So
He might not know. He might not be aware of his Facebook being up. Kathleen Music Lover says hairy nipples. So
I'm still trying to open the chat window on this program
Oh.
we're using. I don't see
It's
any
gone.
place to do it at. So.
Oh, there's
It's gone
yeah.
for me too. No, it's
Oh.
gone. It used to be on the right side.
They might
Yeah,
have.
and it's not there no more.
Yeah, they might have gotten rid of that. You might have to open up another.
So then when I used to run the other PC next to me, but the way the frickin' internet sucks here so bad.
Yeah. Appalachian Gunrunner says, like what Rand Paul said, the emails prove Fauci lied, and I was right because I've said from the beginning to listen to Rand Paul.
And I've said from the beginning that fucking guy needs to be fired.
Fauci?
Do you remember? Do you remember way back when Walter was saying it came from a lab? That shit came from a lab, and,
Well, yeah,
and even I was like, listen, they say okay, you ate bats, and the shit came from bats. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it jumped
Well-
from bats to humans.
Yep.
No, not
Yep.
not naturally. It did not.
Yeah. Yes,
But
Dr. Walter Keller.
There was a
Cool.
documentary I watched, or there was a documentary piece I watched that explained the whole frickin' thing. And the woman that went missing, and then I think they probably found her and offed her, because she's the one who.
She was at
Yeah, and
that
it
was the Chinese scientist that was in
Yeah,
the Wuhan
yeah.
lab, Doctor
Right,
something. I
right.
forgot what her name was.
No, it was all
so.
late. Go ahead.
I was just gonna part of what has made me so mad over the last week is how this has now become this has become a mainstream thought simply because 2 or 3 news organizations have gone, oh, it's no longer a conspiracy theory. Now we can. It's already.
Yeah, CNN now has. Yeah, CNN has flipped on this story. So now
Facebook went back, and they are now allowing people to talk about it on Facebook.
After they deplatform people.
How freaking insane is it that you weren't allowed to talk about it until they have now deemed it? Oh, it's appropriate for you to talk.
Yeah.
about
Well, who's in charge now?
Biden. A thing that Walter also said a long time ago. Walter predicted.
That's exactly what it is. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, look at
It's
look
now-
at Walter.
now
Walter,
it's
give us your
appropriate.
smug face, Walter. Look, can we see your smug face for a second? Is that can't be your smug face? Can we see?
That's my told you so face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And always follow the money. Remember that? Always
Yeah.
follow the shekels.
Well, it's it's undeniable now.
And when they came out with this bat story, I listened to this stuff and I was like, okay, well, there are people, indigenous folks, that live near those bat caves, and supposedly they test those people. They've tested those people in these research studies, and a lot of those people have this stuff in their system all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't all die. They're not all dead. I mean,
Mm-hmm. You mean they have COVID?
Yeah. Well, no.
Or they have the bat stuff in their system?
They have the it's not COVID. It's the SARS stuff.
Oh,
the
okay.
COVID is this name that we've given
From the bats. From the bats.
It's basically SARS 2, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I mean, stuff does jump from animals to human beings. Like cats, for example, give people.
It's
some messed up
possible, but current so
AIDS.
yes, no. So it is possible, and coronaviruses historically.
It's very common in chimps.
Mm-hmm.
But coronaviruses commonly jump to people. Swine flu.
Yes.
Like there were a whole bunch of them going back to like the mid 2000s. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
But,
how did you get mad cow? I can't remember how you got mad. You had to eat the cow brains.
They were feeding cows their own selves. So they would recycle cows into their own feed, which if you eat the brain matter, the cows would pick it up, which would then transmit it back to us.
Yeah.
But the whole story about the market and bat meat, and then it morphed into they're eating cats and dogs. Remember
the wet market at
the wet market.
So the
people
who,
wet market.
The people who were investigating that, and I guess had been hidden, not talked about, hidden away for a while now, have yet to find a single instance of a wet market transmission. No animals that they have tested in that wet market have had COVID or been able to transmit.
Yeah.
So now it's like, well, I wonder how it's getting there. Oh wait, 3 people. The reports are coming out that those three scientists that the internet knew about. Somehow the internet tracked those 3 scientists in November, knowing that they had COVID-like symptoms. The internet knew about it. Everybody talked about it on the internet, but it was a conspiracy theory.
Here in the circles of like nuclear energy or biological weapons, all these items have traces. If it's made by a certain lab, there's the people who know what to look for can tell that it was American made, or it came out of a Russian lab, or it came out of
I mean, genetics is it's more
It's not
unique
something
than
you just-
fingerprint.
Yes,
And
yes,
this
it's
is
not
not
just by
some-
accident.
It's not some mystery where it came from. They know where
Mhm.
it came from, but it makes the Chinese government and the Chinese, not the Chinese people, God bless the Chinese people,
Mhm.
but the Chinese dictators over there, the Chicoms,
Mhm.
it makes them.
Yeah.
You want to start to think. I start to think that they did it on purpose, though I don't
Think
think
about
they really
this.
did.
Well, no,
So,
there
like,
was
how many
stuff
deaths
saying they
happened?
did it. There was stuff saying they did it on purpose. Don't you? I sent you guys the.
But I don't believe they did. I
was-
don't believe they're that.
that
No,
the-
I think
you
they
don't
did it on
believe the
accident.
Chinese did it on purpose? No. So
No.
I believe they purposely were studying that because
Yes.
Oh yes,
they were
yes.
trying to develop it, and then it accidentally got out of that lab, and it killed off a lot of Chinese people. You know, lots of Chinese
Yeah.
people died behind
Thousands,
that.
millions. You don't even
Yeah.
know how many died.
Yeah, we have no clue.
No, 3.68 million is the best guess, so the internet says.
Yeah.
So think about this though: if it were provable, if somebody actually proved it, there should be some sort of reparations. I mean, Germany after World War II had to pay how much money back to people?
Babyface.
Exactly.
By the way,
Exactly.
Babyface, did you dim your light down? I keep forgetting to tell you because someone said that the diamonds are glowing out of your skin. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Too bright? Oh, you
Yeah,
want
too bright. Yeah,
you want
right. Oh, that's.
But see,
good.
that's
Yeah.
the thing is, if we're talking in historic terms, World War II, Germany paid a shitload of money. World War I, Germany paid a shitload of money.
Let
But
me
that'll
ask
never
you a
happen.
question.
It will never happen.
Did the Japanese pay the Chinese for the hundreds of thousands they slaughtered in China?
Listen.
Oh, it got
Okay.
quiet.
It ain't gonna
quiet.
happen. No,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna happen.
No, they did not. No, they did not.
Right.
Yeah.
And they killed millions of people in China,
Mhm.
by the way.
Mhm.
They didn't.
I
and in
want.
Korea.
I would like the West Africans to pay reparations for
To
all of
your
their
people?
own. Yeah, to all of their own people that they sold into slavery.
Ain't
My
gonna happen.
ancestors.
Good luck.
No, you
But-
don't think
but-
I'm gonna get any of that?
So
I
again,
don't
though,
think-
it comes down to accountability of some kind will never be found
Yeah.
because the CCP
Yeah.
has
You,
World Health Organization under their thumb.
Yeah.
That's how I.
they're all in on the plan. So,
Oh yeah.
and that World Health Organization doesn't want to be. I don't know how you describe it. Kicked out of China.
They are just as useless as NATO.
We don't need
Yes.
the World Health Organization.
UN.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
just as useless as UN. There you go.
Yeah, Len
just
Holt
that
said,
it-
"When did the Hispanic guy fellow show up?" I'm assuming he's
'Cause
talking
they turned
about
it down.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be
turned
too
off,
bright than too dark.
he turned off the diamonds in his. What was that movie where the skin glowed like diamonds again?
I have
Come
no
on.
idea.
The vampire movie. What was that thing that
Oh,
all the
that was a
chicks
book.
were? All... Yes, it was
Well,
based
and
on
a movie. And a movie.
It was vampires and werewolves.
Speaking of movies, I watched a classic last night.
I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah. What was a classic?
Turner and Hooch.
Oh my God, Turner
Good
and Hooch.
movie.
It was a good movie. Good movie. Very sad at the end. Very sad.
Well,
Sad
yeah,
ending.
but there's there's puppies
Yeah.
at the end.
That's the old Yeller rule. That's so annoying. Wait, hold on a second. I got this switched around here. Yeah. Yeah, the old Yeller rule. Or should I say
Nice
the
dog
King-
in the-
King Kong rule, huh?
the whole story about the virus, that all was aired
Twilight.
right when things were
There we
starting to
go.
get cranked up.
Mhm.
Nobody's. Oh, that can't be wrong. There's no way. No.
Yeah.
But these investigative
Yeah.
reporter types, and I think I'm trying to think of the guy's name. You'd know who he is if I could think of it. Interviewed these people and talked to people,
Mhm.
and it was all laid out. And I'm going, okay, well, that makes complete sense. No, it came from bats in the market, and
I
people
don't-
eating.
At what point in the U.S. history and U.S. politics did we go from? And you guys have been around a lot longer than me, so you can
Oh
probably
boy,
answer this.
old person joke.
At
right
what
there.
point? No. At what point did we move to where the media is nothing but partisan hacks? That's all they are. They're
Huh.
just there to push the politics of the party they agree with. That's it.
Somewhere in the 90s.
Do you think it was seriously? You think it was the 90s?
I think 90s. I don't know what Walter would think. I think it started like it was always bad. So news people were always
No.
but they didn't show it as much. I think until it started around something in the late 90s. I don't know, Walt. What do you think?
Yeah, they've always leaned, when it came to sob stories, about people and the homeless. Whenever a Republican was in office, there was lots of homeless people. And then as soon as the Democrats got in office again, the homeless people all disappeared.
So
and the reason I ask that is because the people. Go ahead, Walter.
No, they're so in bed with them now, though. Nothing they say, you can't trust anything they say. They used to report.
They have gotten to the point now
all
where
over the world.
They actually demonize real journalists, real investigative journalists going out there and doing the hard work and asking the hard questions. Talk about Project Veritas, who they don't like because they right now are picking on. They're investigating the Dems as much as possible. You look at Charlie LaDuff in Detroit. He is up Gretchen Whitmer's ass, and they hate it because he's putting out Freedom of Information Act constantly, and now are finding out that Gretchen Whitmer may have done even, I won't say a worse job than Cuomo, but on par with Cuomo. And that man-bear pig that they hired to in the Biden administration that they were so proud of, that took his mom out of the nursing home, is now a part of this whole crazy scandal that's going on. But the media doesn't want investigative journalists out there. That's what they were used to. But
Fauci gets to publish a book.
Gets to make money. Gets to make money off the back of this.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Cuomo did the same thing.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I just want to say this because I had this conversation with someone today in the barbershop. So, typically, if you go back, when emergencies come up, right? In the past, we used to drop the politics when national emergencies came up for the country.
We've gotten away from that.
I'm just gonna go back to the past a little bit. When Bush was in the White House and 9/11 happened, people dropped it. I'm not, at least up front they dropped it, right? Behind the scenes, maybe not, but they had to pretend for the people that they were going along with the president. When under Obama, there were some things that happened, and Republicans had to drop the things and go, at least up front, okay, we're going along with the president. With Trump, they refused to do that. They refused to do it. They were like, anything that Trump says, anything the Trump administration is doing is wrong. So that's what comes back to this whole thing happening in China with this virus accidentally being let out of labs, okay, and getting around the world and affecting so many people. It's because, they decided, nope, we are not in this emergency. We are not going to go along with Trump, and everything he says is wrong. And that's how we wind up here with all this BS. And now that he's no longer there, it's like, oh yeah, it did come. It did come from China. Oh, what? And everyone knows this. Everyone knows this. Even the people who hate Trump, even the people on the left, they realize that. And I'm not trying to defend Trump. I mean, I try to look at people in a balanced way. But this is the reality that happened. Under Trump, they dropped all of that, and they're like, nope, all out war. They're still at war with that guy. So
they are. They absolutely are. They're going after him now in criminal court in New York. They're trying to dig up whatever they can on the Trump Foundation. I don't know. Trying to go through his history, and it's. I guarantee the only reason they're doing it is trying to make him back down sort of thing, where it's like, go away and we'll stop pursuing you. It's one of those things. But
that's not his way.
No, he's going to be a thorn in the side of the Democrats.
Have they? Look, they tried to impeach him twice. They tried all this. I mean, I'm not trying to defend him, but I'm just telling you the facts. They tried to impeach him twice. That fell flat. They've tried all this court stuff numerous times, accusing him of touching, grabbing pussy, doing all that stuff. Nobody cares about that. Thanks to Bill Clinton, nobody gives a crap about that shit anymore.
Real quick, Walter. I bring this up every time because it still makes me giggle. Does everybody remember the Gorilla Channel. I bring it up, and everybody forgets about it. It gets memory hold.
Russian prostitutes and peeing on
Russian prostitutes, piss gate, the Gorilla Channel. He likes to watch gorillas fight on this fake TV network. All this bullshit, nobody cared.
What is wrong with watching gorillas fight, by the way?
It probably is entertaining.
How do you, Democrats? I'm talking to the fraction of 1/33% of Democrats that watch us. How can you believe this bullshit? And you might, there's people I despise in life. There's people here that if they were drowning, I'd let them drown. Mm-hmm. But if somebody said they were watching the Gorilla Channel and getting peed on by Russian prostitutes, I would go like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" When that story came out, I was just like, "What?" But there's these idiots out there that believe all this shit, and no matter how goofy and stupid and just out of this world, that's like it'd be like saying Trump was friends with Martians and he knew about this stuff and they visited him. After a while you just go like, come on guys, come on, you can't come up with better than this. They tried all this stuff and then nothing stuck.
Well, and he's out of the White House now, and I don't know.
Right. You're setting a very bad precedence when you chase after somebody afterwards.
At this point, let it go. They're giving him power they don't need to give him.
Go back a couple years to Baracko. If you start digging into his shit, there'd be 100 years of pursuit of him.
No one is going back to Obama. No one's going back to Bush
because
before
he's
him.
a chosen child. That's why he's not really going back to him.
Well, that's why. That's also why Bush. That's why also Bush jumps on the bandwagon, right? Because those dudes are happy. No one's looking at them and what they did.
Bush is
nobody's going to get the Bushes. Nobody's going to get.
Bush is a career politician. He plays the game with.
He's a globalist, and they all kiss each other's ass.
Absolutely. Have we all forgotten that shit? What's that Glade or whatever that all the rich people go to? The thing that Alex Jones exposed. Yeah. Have we all forgotten that that's again memory hold so quickly that's a thing? It's real. They're rich people go and make decisions about shit in private.
Yeah, we allowed these people to deplatform Alex Jones, and there was no freaking riots.
It was just that whole.
That would have been a riot no matter what.
But that's what set up. That's what set up. That's what set up for them to deplatform a president.
Everybody.
This is what set up for them to deplatform a president.
And the cycle.
And it's coming to all of us. Everyone.
Cycles.
It's coming to everyone. Like one of the things I heard when I was going off on this break, and I heard it while I was out in Georgia at the IV-88 thing, was like Talan Sai got deplatformed. I don't know. Like seriously. Why? On everything, he got demonetized, not deplatformed, excuse me. And there's a whole bunch of other people, in there that got hit up, but like a bunch of our videos got hit all the time. I'm getting, what is it? Like, age restrictions on my videos now. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming down.
I don't know what to tell anybody.
Yeah, I give up on trying to fight for the gun community to get its act together and figure this thing out. I realize that the whole world has to burn down for everyone to do something about it.
Look at it.
Oh, we lost Walter.
They just said this word community, which is was a Democrat word, by the way, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to use the word community.
Oh, it's a communist word?
The gun folks are this. Well, it's used, and we fall into this. We fall into this habit of wanting. Well, anyways, they're never going to come together. No, as long as there's somebody paying money out, nobody's going to come together.
Yeah, absolutely. Until everyone suffers, no one gives a damn about.
Until they turn off all the big ones on YouTube. I mean, turn them off.
Oh, the crocodile tears that are going to come from the big channels when this happens is dumb. Because they don't give a shit about anybody else.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I surely hope they have a career before YouTube.
I was just about to say this is it's negative. My opinion of this is negative, but when I see some of these massive channels that are do nothingers, all they do is put out videos
Crap.
don't make
And they won't.
yeah.
And they won't.
I'm
And
just,
they won't do anything. They won't do anything to anything political.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just look
That
at it
doesn't
and I'm
save
like,
you. It doesn't protect you.
I look at it and I go, okay, time to get a real job. Time to produce something real for the world.
It's only a matter of time. You better be.
They're
You
going-
better be
they're
selling
getting-
something
well,
real.
I think when
That's my thing.
I think when a lot of bigger channels start getting hit up, and by the way, there are bigger channels that do fight and try to help people and all that kind of stuff. But I think I think until a lot of those big channels get hit, because look, this is who the big gun companies out there are going to. Like, I hear that all the time. Oh no, you got it's all about the numbers. Well, yes, guess what? How can I produce numbers when YouTube has written the algorithm against me? A lot of what people are seeing from quote unquote bigger channels, the companies themselves don't realize that those numbers are not even coming from within the United States of people who could buy guns.
Thank
But-
you.
I am going to be.
whatever.
I will argue this with people. And Hank, you probably you tell me your opinion here, but maybe it's because I'm in this demographic. But I think the best money can be spent from 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers. Over that, you start getting diminishing returns.
Yeah, I
And we're
don't
cheap.
think you need to have
Us-
I don't think you need to have a ton of subscribers anymore.
Us sub 100,000 YouTube channels, we're cheap. You can put something in my hand real cheap, and if I like it, I'll say it.
Yeah.
But they want,
On the van side, on the camper van side, Stranger Palooza, I just hit 4,000 subscribers, and I have several videos up there that are over 100,000 views.
it makes me so mad that I don't have. I need to just start doing machinery. I need to break off a new channel that is only about the machine shop because people like that stuff.
Yeah, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make any money from anybody sitting in Siberia watching your channel or
No.
sitting in a hut.
I have
In a hut
I'm not.
someplace doing
I'm
it.
They
not
don't-
disparaging my Indian or Pakistani viewers because they
Mhm.
bring in the eyes, but
Oh,
they're
no,
they're not buying guns.
Yeah. Shout out to
I've
my
been
people.
watching some of
Not
those
in
channels,
America, they're not buying guns.
No, they're not. They're not spending dollars here.
Yeah.
You know what they are? What they are buying is Chinese diesels. What they are buying is pumps to pump water in their farms. What they're buying,
They're doing the real shit. Those people
that
gonna run
have
this
to work
planet.
for a living.
I never
Yeah,
knew they
and
made
that's-
diesels that small. Can I say that? It's just never been something I've thought about. That diesel that you
That
got,
w-
I was just impressed that there's a diesel that small. 'cause
Wait,
it
hold on.
seems-
Should I be
that-
pulling
well,
up this
it-
video? Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, Walt. I'm gonna try to find
If
that
you like
video.
that one, I have another one that's going to be here shortly too. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
It's
a more
cool because I think diesel is a way better energy source than gasoline is.
and you can run. And I'm going to play with it a little bit. You can run
Pretty much anything.
in this country, we have the really clean diesel. But
Mhm.
all over in all these developing places, they don't run sulfur-free diesel and all that junk. They
So
run
this is a
crappy
diesel
stuff.
engine that Walter's about to kick up here.
And that was so cool that it's literally kickstart engine. You just
Yeah.
Well, you have to hand crank. You got that hand.
yeah, you crank it
Yeah,
up. That's cool.
My
And,
phone
and
is
if you think
going
about
low.
that, I mean,
yeah.
how,
phone
how,
is glitching
how
a
easy
little
is that?
bit.
I mean,
Yeah, but
Just
go
come
to
back
Dirt.
to us. There you go.
Yeah, go to Dirtfoot Racing. Go to Dirtfoot Racing and check out that video. My phone is moving kind of slow. Okay, Razor
Go ahead.
JB said this: gun community, quote unquote, for one, isn't a community. All talk, no action. Talk tough, but are weak. AF, don't ever lift a finger or do anything unless it affects them or their money.
Yeah, absolutely. God, they're
It's
horrors,
disappointing.
dude.
and one thing that really gets these people to do this Black Rifle Coffee and all this stuff,
Mhm.
you guys are getting fucked so hard in the ass by
Mhm.
these people. I mean, it's like Wounded Warrior. You know, Wounded Warrior is anti-gun.
Mhm.
I mean,
Are they really?
Yes, they are anti-gun. If you give your money to Wounded Warrior, yeah, it's helping some people, but a lot of it goes for political stuff.
Oh,
So-
okay. I
Really?
wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not really
I
pro-gun.
just
They have a
Huh.
Maybe I'm cheap, maybe I'm sensical, I don't know, but their coffee tasted good. I've had a cup of Black Rifle, but hey, no fucking way I'm paying
you
$14
pay 4
a
times
pound.
what normal coffee
for
costs
coffee.
just because
Yeah.
and God bless, if you want to do that, fine. Throw your money,
Yeah.
go.
I'm
go buy it.
I'm not a fan. So actually, while I was on my trip, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's a gun guy, But not all gun guys follow things as closely as we do. And he was like, "Oh, I love Black Rifle Coffee and all the stuff they're doing." And I was like,
No.
I was trying to be nice, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, lots of people doing good things." And then later, Lola was like, "I noticed you didn't go all ballistic."
Just
Yeah, listen, it's crazy. Like, there's a so like I'll tell you guys. IWI, for example, from the time I started doing this when I was a smaller channel, I was buying. I bought the Tavor, and I overpaid for my Tavor when it first came out and did videos on it and like traded in guns, all this kind of stuff to get the Tavor, did things. IWI in the past was pretty cool with me, even though it was a smaller channel and all that. But I spoke to someone who I knew over there because I was trying to get them to send out the Tab 12, and they could send it out. I send it back, I'll buy it, whatever. And the guy just straight up told me, now these people are all about the numbers. And I was like, man, I've been doing like a lot of bullpup stuff, making a lot. Like, what numbers do you guys want? Especially when we're in an environment when YouTube is like, when YouTubers turn the algorithm against us, and we can still sometimes overcome that, but when they realize it's a gun video, they go after it. And it's disappointing. I just have to say, I'm not mad about it. I know, it's that like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed kind of thing. But it is disappointing to see that, yes, this is the quote unquote community that we're in, when some of us are out here trying to fight for everyone. And then some people are all about themselves, and when they get in trouble, then they're gonna want us to get
Fight
into
for
the
them.
fight with them. Yeah, and it just really sucks. A couple of
They'll
things.
use you, they'll drag you through, and then after that, oh, thanks for the help, and then
Yeah, yeah. So it sucks to see that, but guess what? Just like
Yeah.
I've said with other places, when one of us gets that thing, when one of us gets that Tab 12, or I find someone who has one, I could borrow it, or I just see one somewhere and I have the money to buy it, I'll buy it, and I'll still be. I won't go, oh, this is the worst thing in the world or whatever. If whatever it is, it'll be what it is. Karma will come back
man,
around.
I would.
Yeah,
If the
I know.
world ended, no, I was looking at Razor JB said look up Wounded Warrior Project Corruption, and I did just now.
Oh.
If the world ever went to hell in a handbasket, we were back to the what's that movie? We're in shit with
Purge.
no, not the Purge. The one where they're out of gasoline in the desert in Australia.
Oh, you're talking about
anyway,
Mad Max? Mad Max times?
Mad Max. If the world ever turned into Mad Max, man,
I didn't know that. What a synopsis of Mad Max. Remember that movie?
They ran
when
out of
were...
gasoline in the desert in Australia. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People taking advantage of other people, just disgusting.
Yeah.
I remember when the Wounded Warrior thing started, and they were like, you'd see them at a show. They were in a little, little 10x10 booth, and a couple people, and but then it just blew up. And when you see these outfits on national TV, running these sob stories, and yes, okay, I don't want to piss anybody off, but when you throw somebody out there that's been blown up and he's and you're collecting money from it, you better be doing something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's
because
a noble thing. That's why we want to support it. And there's lots of people who lost limbs, lost life, saw all kinds of crazy
but when you
things.
turn it into this, how do you describe it? It's just money making machine, and naturally, what's going to happen is you're going to have corporate officers and the directors of this and directors of that, and they got salaries to be paid, and
it's happening with Pro 2A organizations all the time. Listen, everyone out there, smash the thumbs ups. Go ahead, Walt.
But well, that's a good example. I mean, when you say come together, okay, do you really think, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic or the naysayer, but if you could come together, couldn't these groups kind of come together and kind of funnel their efforts in a common cause?
Behind the scenes, a lot of these groups, they fight, they scratch and claw.
There's different personalities.
Thing,
there's people beat their chest on their hands on their chest, and and you're not going to see that happen with the NRA. That's for one damn thing, for sure. So
no.
The Democrats always, it may not be all friends, and they might not be all having sex with each other, but they will get together and put a united front out there and make it look like they're all together.
For sure.
And
It's disappointing. From my point of view, I'm incredibly disappointed. I've been doing this for a long time, and it's disappointing to see all the different things going on. I spent a lot of time and energy and spoken to a lot of heads of companies and done all
you
kinds
have
of
a
shit.
channel. You have over 100,000 subscribers on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the average guy out there. You know this. I'm not telling you anything. The average guy.
Mhm.
If I had 100,000 subscribers on my channel, I would be pulling in a pretty decent little check every month.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you know, enough to buy some more toys and things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, when you're a gun guy and you got 100,000 subscribers and they cut your nuts off, you know, you don't see it.
There,
You
yeah,
don't see it.
and the tough thing about, like, there are people. Look, I don't want to make it seem like there aren't people who there's folks out there who believe in this, who fight for it and all that. But look, we cannot. I don't think people need to agree on everything, but we cannot leave it like this, where we can't get together enough to figure out some of these things. I don't, you know, I agree with everyone that you want to be where all the people are, but in this case, when you've got things like YouTube and other platforms that are like, nope, we're just not going to allow this, you have to find other platforms that exist out there that don't function like that and say, okay, we're going to put our stuff here. So the content creators are going to put it there, the industry is going to put money there, and then the people out there watching are going to go there and look at things. But I could say that until I'm blue in the face.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any kind of difference. I see folks around me getting burnt out and like stepping away and going, okay, I had enough of this, and it's
I mean, you watched the video of the late Boy Scout, right?
Yeah,
that I told you
did.
about after you cleared it up.
And that's a good dude.
And he just got tired. He's just tired of it. And
Yeah.
you put a lot of effort forward. You make a lot of you try to come up with cool things and put cool stuff out there, and it doesn't get any airplay, or not the airplay you think it should get.
Mm-hmm.
It's demoralizing. You know?
Yeah, it is. But no one, I could tell you guys this. There's going to be people who say, oh, we're doing stuff about it. If you're in the elite, if you have like this elite philosophy that you know that you're going to do something about it, and just you and your elite buddies know that you're going to do something about it, here's my opinion of you. Fuck you. Okay? I don't like the elite shit. I don't like the super clicks or whatever that people like to get into. I'm not down with any of that, okay? It should be for everyone. It should be for all of us. It should be for the people I don't like. It should be for them. You know, we should be able to all do this. We do not have to love each other and get along all the time, but we need to be able to move everything forward and move the message forward. But it's really, 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 really tough to talk to companies and not. I'm going to take away the company part of it. There's the way that it works in the gun world is there's a lot of executives in these companies that if you don't drink and snort coke or whatever, you can't actually have a conversation with them.
It's like the movie industry or the music industry. It's like any of those, I'm guessing.
Yeah. If you can't get into the dirt like that, you can't have the conversation with them. And what it comes down to ultimately is the league shit, the elite stuff. They're going to listen to, you know, I know that there are people who are out there getting together, and when you look, like someone will tell me, oh, you should do this thing with these people. And then I look at it, it's like, okay, you have to be 1 million or 1 million plus subscribers before you get up on this.
It's like making a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
That's what I see. You know, maybe you should. These guys could help you out a lot. Really? Well, are they going to help me the way they help the big guy if it's already big in their thing?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I'm not going to get the same airplay as the big guy. So
no. Ultimately, I think what I just said is what's going to happen with this. It all needs to get burned down to the ground, and I know that sucks.
I think it does. People aren't going to move over to
ground.
something bigger and better until YouTube is completely burned down. It's just the way it is. That's
how stuff works, man. That's just like I get it. It's how the world is and how everyone does their thing, and I don't think it's just happening in our world. But yep, ultimately this all has to burn down to the ground, and who's for real with this will be for real with it and still be here no matter what. Like I know no matter what I do, I'm gonna be a gun guy. I've made a lot of decisions in my life based on that, and it's something that I've always been into my whole life. I could have very easily done something else,
Well,
and
uh,
be chilling right now, but
uh, yeah. Well, I mean, as you well know, I have lots of interests,
yeah,
but I was guns are in my genes, so to speak. So
right, yeah,
um, I I have
yeah,
been touching the firearm since I can remember. So
yeah.
even when I wasn't supposed to. So
Yeah,
um,
me too. Me too. Believe it or not, man. I've been doing this before I could do it legally.
my
I can
dad had
promise you
guns
that.
all
I'm not
over in the
making that
house,
stuff. Yeah.
and you know what? The funny part is, I never went outside and shot anybody either, did I?
No.
I could have,
No.
None
I
of
could
those
have got
guns jumped
any.
up.
I had my choice of firearms. And all the ammunition I could grab, but did I do stuff like that? And I watched Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner and all those racist cartoons they had back then,
Hmm.
and I didn't go out and kill nobody. What the hell's going on with that? None of my friends did.
People are on too
I
much
had to
medications now.
I had to
Uh-huh.
stop one of my buddies one time. He was going to shoot a bouncer, and I took the gun away from him, but
Hmm.
because he was drunk.
I could tell
But
you, my whole the time I spent growing up in New York with all the laws, I've only seen New York City get worse. I've only seen like the criminals become more criminal and do more shit. And the only
well,
people who can have guns there are cops who conveniently, even though there's a lot of cops in New York, and I'm not trying to lump them all into one thing, because some people in my family are count amongst those numbers. You know, I've seen the people suffer. The people are the ones who can't defend themselves.
um,
The hardworking
well,
people who pay taxes and all of that. That's the
we've
people
gotten
who
a lot
suffers.
as time went by in these recent times. We've got a lot softer on the bad guys too.
Hmm.
Um, there's
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
we can fix them. Well, we need to talk to them, or
Hmm.
they had a hard life, or oh, and
Yeah,
what's happened? And
yeah.
what's happened as a result of all that kindness? Uh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Shooting Gallery and he says, I got into this firearms industry not looking to be a millionaire, but it means that I wake up happy every day, then it's worth it.
That's the most
Oh.
important
Yeah.
thing. I don't know that I'll ever be a YouTube millionaire, which
Well,
I don't plan to be. That's not why I do
okay.
it, but it's fun. I do it because it's fun for now.
Yeah, go ahead, Walt.
You, you won't be a YouTube millionaire because you might. Who knows? You might get lucky and
Hmm.
have that one where where everybody in the whole world watches it once or twice.
Hmm.
But but if you come up with some cool product or cool product
I've just
and you make and
about.
you
Hmm.
I was just gonna say I'm probably getting pretty close to paying off my lathe in things made.
Hmm.
I paid $1,600 for it. I'm probably now just about to break even on it, so which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Just by making
you
things,
know
getting them out there.
you can make a lot of money selling gun stuff, gun parts, pieces, things,
Mhm.
it's not it doesn't have to be high, like, oh yeah, look at his shiny,
Hmm.
Doomaflitchy. But if you make stuff
I
people want and they need, you can sell a
I
lot
need
of
to
little
get to the
shit and make a
I
lot of
have
money.
Hmm.
to get to the post office either tonight. No, I haven't finished making the other ones. I got to get to the post office tomorrow because I
Hmm.
have 5 MP5 jigs that need to go out the door.
That's cool.
And
See?
every week I get people saying, "Yeah, I need that." Like, yeah, at least 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
and
I
then
go ahead, Walt.
Mm-hmm.
you start with something like that, and then you start, well, what else can I do here? Let me see. What else is
Yep.
somebody doing that? There's even things that people are doing already, but maybe you can do a little
I
better.
have ideas for things that are just slightly out of my reach. There is a massive demand. When I say massive, you could sell at least 50 to 100 of those
Listen.
MP5.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like for me, I know I kind of agree with Shooting Gallery New England, and I kind of don't. So let me say this. Like I've been doing this for a long time, despite it costs me more money than whatever money comes in. So
Mhm.
obviously, I have some kind of passion or whatever. I'm not planning on going away from this at all. This is how I'm like kamikaze. With this particular thing. So I just find more time other ways and do things. But the idea that you would produce something on a regular basis and supply it to people and a number of people out there, and to think that you wouldn't be, that you don't deserve to be compensated for the hard work that you do, in doing that thing, which not everyone can do. That's kind of like socialism. I'm not saying that that's what he's saying. I'm saying that when we perpetuate that, when we go, oh yeah, I'm going to get up every day and do this and work really hard and advocate and get out there and do all of this stuff, but no, I'm a monk at the same time. I don't have any bills. There's no one connected to me who has to be taken care of or whatever. That's wrong. That's a wrong kind of like idea for us to have about what we do.
You should always be looking to however you do it, legally or however you do it, make more money. And now, make more money? What more money? Make more money? Why are you going to do with all that money?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to pay for that car. I'm going to pay for that house. I'm going to get something better. Maybe I'll get a new house.
Every time I put that little bit of money in the bank account, I always tell Marley, I'm doing this for us. Look what we're doing. This is money that we didn't have yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things that I would love to get done. I just don't quite have the. There's some things I need. I'll talk to Walter about it.
I started doing stent parts. I saw a friend of mine bought some stuff, stent parts related stuff, and I said, how much you paying for that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, really? Oh, I can do that.
There is
I did it.
Yeah. There's no company out there so let's just take firearms, for example. There's no firearms manufacturer out there that I've ever met that says, you know what, I'm only making these suppressors so everyone can have suppressors. I don't need money. I don't need to eat. I don't need to
for the community.
Yeah, I don't need
this
to
for the community. I always love these people who say, oh, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I'm just passionate.
Yeah.
You can live in a cardboard box and be passionate.
Yeah, I had a guy who makes accessories that we all own, and someday we're going to have to all face the fact that someone's not going to want us to have it. And that guy was bragging to me about how he was in his $2 million RV sitting on the beach. Look, this is the world that we live in. This is how the bills get paid.
I talked to a friend of mine today on the phone. He's in the NFA stuff. He buys and sells that stuff and all that stuff. And he needs somebody. He's got a customer that bought one of his guns that's having an issue and was asking if I could look at it. But this guy his friend of his he was telling me about sold his business for $150 million. This guy, the friend of his, so he's the nicest guy in the world, but he just bought $100,000 worth of machine guns from and to
Sweet.
him the $100,000 doesn't mean anything to him.
The guns.
The money. Because if you got
when you got $150 million.
Yeah, and the guy then he goes, he bought this 80-something foot boat, and then he bought an airplane, a jet, so he
why
could fly
would you not? If you got the money, hell yeah, live it up.
But if I got money like that, I'm gonna hire some supermodels every day to massage my muscles and move my legs around.
The royal ball washer.
Yeah. It's gonna be freaking Coming to America up in here.
Exactly.
All I can say about that kind of stuff is a lot of people complain about that. Oh, rich people. Blah, 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 blah. Well, the rich people's got to have somebody to clean their house, got to clean that jet, got to put the fuel in it, got to, they're employing a lot of people to keep their richness rich.
Money is only for spending. What do you do if you just stack away money and then you die and then you're dead and you're gone?
Your relatives go out and buy a big screen TV first thing, boom, or the biggest, nastiest, fastest car they can find. So much for you being frugal and saving all your money till you die, right?
My grandparents are 80, one's 86,
Spend
one's
it,
83.
have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we keep telling them. They're like, oh, well, we want to put some aside and have it. It's like, you should go out penniless. We don't need your money. We don't need any of it. We go do whatever you want. We got all of the family that they're trying to leave stuff to is like, we all got good paying jobs. We're making plenty of money. We don't need your money. Go
Go have
blow
some
it
fun.
on whatever
Yeah.
you want and
You know
enjoy
what
the
I
last
like?
years of your life.
You know what I like? The villages. And people in Florida know what I'm talking about when I say the villages.
I've never actually been there.
Oh, you got to go to the villages, man.
Never actually been.
So those dudes,
Well-
those old people in the villages, yeah,
They have good
they
lives. Let's
party
say that
down.
and not
Let's
say
just
too
say,
much.
let's
yeah,
just
they
say
have
the
a real
village.
high venereal disease rate.
Yes, exactly. They don't care.
Yes.
They're like, hey, I'm going out. What's the point?
Just so
Hammer time.
everybody's aware, doing a quick Google search for the villages, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 golf courses within the surrounding area of the villages.
The villages is about, isn't it like 60 square miles? That city.
It's huge. It goes from Wildwood
Yeah.
all the way up to I don't know Somerville, just south.
You know
of,
what's the coolest
Yeah,
part?
that's-
So I met a guy who I'm gonna try to get him on the show one day. And I actually met him through the Latino Locked and Loaded Latinos. I always get that mixed up. So he's a friend of theirs, and he retired. He's like 50 something years old. He doesn't look like retirement age, but I think he was in the. Yeah, I think he was an MP in the Air Force, and then he was a cop for a long time, and he's retired now. And he lives in the villages. Really, I mean, his house was like on some rock star type shit. I went to his house in the villages, and everyone out there, like, you drive back into your house, and you park your car in your garage, and then you pull out your golf cart, and you wheel around the frickin' villages. And it's so awesome.
It's pretty cool.
He had a golf cart for guests. He was like, Hank, you're gonna drive the golf cart. Lola's like, you're gonna let him drive the golf cart.
And
So
they have matching golf. Their cars look like their golf carts.
yeah, me and Lola had our own golf cart, and we were driving. The villages has like massive amphitheaters out there, outdoor amphitheaters. There's a whole bunch of food trucks, so you could.
I'm not gonna lie,
it's
it's a
amazing.
nice part of the state. That little spot in the state is very nice.
Yeah, shout out. I don't have any stock in the villages.
No, but
I'm not making a dime. But yeah, it's not
I mean,
bad.
it's not my cup of tea, but yeah, that's
No. I wanna go out like this where I could. This is my retirement as far as I'm concerned, man. I want to be able to go shoot on the range and do all that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna work until I kick the bucket. You know,
you gotta stay.
I'm never gonna stop.
Gotta stay busy.
Yeah.
Gotta
So
stay
let's
busy.
do a couple of things. Go ahead, Walt. What's up?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to take some more time to do things, but once this stupid frickin' COVID junk is all over, then we were just before I got on the show. That's right. It's kind of late. I was Facebooking with my English friends and some of the Americans about going back over for Normandy.
Oh, yeah. So. Shout out to Richard Monder out there. I see. He says, I have flown a chip. What the hell is that? I have flown a chipmunk with the RAF. I did not crash it.
I did not crash it.
What is that? So check it out. Listen, you guys have your own bells. Can you guys show your bells for a second? Oh, look at that. You guys have your own bells.
Well, yeah, Walter's got 2.
One of them
So,
has,
yeah, Walter's got,
Absolutely.
Walter has 2 of them. So while on this trip, we stopped at Cracker Barrels a couple times. Let's see if we can get this.
Nice.
Can we get it to focus? Boom.
Focus.
Cracker
There you go.
Barrel had a bell.
Uh-oh.
Cracker Barrel had a bell,
Does
a
it-
school bell.
Well, but Hank, does it count if you have to ring your own bell? Really?
Yes, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Is it the joy about having somebody else ring your bell for you?
Oh, so you're saying you like ringing my bell?
Listen, I don't mind making the noise.
Yeah. This is for look at that.
Oh, that is piercingly loud. Oh
That's
my.
obnoxious.
That is. Oh my god.
Are you serious? Was that too loud for you?
It is. It's the tone of it is just
Oh.
like right in your ears.
Oh, because I had it up to the microphone. That's why.
Yeah.
So I got the bell. Another thing. This is for you guys. I'm gonna show some things. This is for you guys right here. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
So let me just show this. So big shout out to Barnauls. You know we were talking about Barnauls. So Barnauls has their own premium electronic earmuffs that are out.
Oh, you got
23NRR. This is available on Barnauls' website. Ooh, look at that. They sent one of these for myself, Lola, and one for Walter
dibs.
and One for Walter and one for Babyface. Boom.
Oh yes.
Oh, right. I need
hate,
some new ones.
I hate to say it, mine broke, and I almost got some
Yeah.
new ones.
Yeah, well,
Mine are
good thing
rad.
you did it. Good thing you did it. We got some.
Ah.
But guess what, guys? You're not going to be able to take these airmuffs off the hacienda.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
You be-
God.
You better have them whenever we're doing a video, though. If you don't
they
have,
will probably become like primaries.
I'm going to serialize these airmuffs, and I'll make everyone put their name on it. So if you lose the frickin' Brownells what the hell are we calling this? Airmuffs? Electronic
Headphones?
airmuffs? Yeah. Headsets?
What's the number on them? I'm gonna look them up.
Premium electronic.
Yeah, it's
Premium
Brownells
electronic.
23 NRR.
See if that comes up.
Noise reduction 23 decibels.
No, that just tells you they're dog.
Yeah, they're called Brownells premium electronic earmuffs.
Okay,
I don't know.
Premium.
Wait, hold on. Do I have to? Okay, now I got to go look this up.
Electronic
Oh my
ear
gosh.
muffs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Brownells.
Right here. Ooh, they're on sale right now. Got the big old Brownells logo on the side. They look very comfy.
Yeah, the 2.0s, I think. Let me see.
Yeah, 3.0s.
Is it the 3? I think.
I think I have the 2.0s. That are now broken.
Yeah, this is probably the latest one. Let's see if I could pull it up.
They're not
here.
horribly priced either.
No, they're
on
not.
sale right
They're
now.
not super expensive. So, let's see. Here we go.
Sweet.
It's like,
I will try them this weekend.
there you go. This is what they look like. No, this is the Brownells brand. This is the Brownells brand. It's not.
Those
this
are
one.
Howard Light. Go back.
Yeah, that's how. Where is it?
What did you do a search
trying
for?
to
Because I
find
found
them.
them.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the Brownells brand.
Go up to
one.
the top. You did do a search for the premium, whatever, because it came up for me. They were $40.
Premium. What is it? Electronic
Earmuffs.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Earmuffs.
There you
Yeah,
go.
$40.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah,
not bad.
there we go.
Not bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Boom, there you go. Very sexy looking. Big shout out to Roy for helping us out with that. You know.
Did you go by there? Did you stop by the showroom or the
No.
offices?
No.
Okay.
At the shop, no. But Roy was in 2 places that I went to. So Roy was at the.
That man lives a good life.
Yeah, he's not messing around. Roy was at the IV 88 thing. And then we stopped off in Missouri, just outside St. Louis, and we did the NOC train and learn. I didn't do the whole thing.
Oh.
I just crashed long enough to eat their food and hang out around the fire with people. And Roy was also there.
Oh.
So, shout out to everyone who was out there, by the way. At the IV 88 thing, like I see Special K was there, Flying Rich was there with the whole. Now they took this name and they're running with it. They're the Squadron now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're running with that. T-shirts are being made up right now.
They always gonna crash someplace, right?
Yeah. Good luck to those guys.
Developing.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true. I'm gonna have to do a search.
Uh-oh.
This is from Breaking 911 on Twitter. Developing Dr. Anthony Fauci's forthcoming book, Expect the Unexpected, has been removed for pre-order from all major online booksellers.
Why is that?
I wonder.
I
wonder who would ever know.
Yeah.
You do a search for Expect the Unexpected, and it does not come up.
Yeah.
So I refresh my memory. To Fauci, did he believe in the whole bat meat story, or was he?
No, Fauci was out there saying that it was nonsense, and there's emails of someone from Wuhan thanking him, or someone involved in that whole thing.
The bat meat story was nonsense.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
That it came.
Dr.
That
Fauci-
it came from a lab.
So he
And
was
that was
saying.
nonsense.
Fauci was out there pushing for a long time that it was bat meat. It's all bat meat. Don't worry about it. It's not. It's not a bioweapon.
now-
It's bat meat.
Mm-hmm.
So now the leftists are going to eat their own and
Well,
throw him off
did
the
you-
bus?
Did you see, Walter, that yesterday a Freedom of Information Act finally came through of all of his emails through the pandemic? BuzzFeed pulled them all down. And very interesting things have been said in there. He never felt masks were useful. He got an email from somebody telling him, "Thank you for tempering the lab theory. Thank you for tempering that down. We don't really want to talk about that."
And he said, "You're welcome."
Yes.
Yeah. How many? Is it like 860 emails or something that came out in that FOIA request?
3,000 pages. It's a lot.
Did you see my post the other day that I posted of government liquidation selling pallets of masks?
No, I didn't see that. The masks
it's
are
on
out.
the government surplus type stuff. Pallets of, by the way, Chinese-made masks.
Of course they are.
All the masks you can possibly want. So that whole mask thing is, I guess, it's out the window now.
Yeah. You know what? So here's the thing. Traveling the country, I'm very happy to report that there was only one communist state that I came across in which we were forced to wear a mask.
Where was that?
I'm gonna let you guys guess. I'm gonna let everyone right now guess. Everyone, think about it. Think about it. So
Can you give us kind of an idea of how you traveled? I don't know what states you went to.
So we went from Georgia. We went. Let me
Not
see.
Indiana.
We went from Georgia.
Somebody, what the hell is that?
Oh, that's my that's my Max fan.
Okay.
The vent thing closed. Now it must be sensing rain. It must be about to pour outside.
It looks dark.
Yeah. So we went from Georgia. We went all the way up without giving specifics. I'm gonna let you guys guess. We went all the way up to Indiana, and then we went over to Missouri, and then kind of back. Where do you guys think that? Where in that place do you think? I'm waiting for guesses. Let's see. Len Holt said Illinois. Yes, boom,
Illinois. You went through Illinois.
Yeah, I had to go through there to get
over to Missouri.
Yeah.
They're still, but hang on now. Let's clarify this. Out in the country, people were wearing masks.
I don't know. I wasn't in Chicago.
You did.
I went up the skirt. We skirted Lake Michigan, so I don't know if that's considered.
You went that far north?
Yeah, we just skirted Lake Michigan in order to go.
You could have been in Canada in no time.
Yeah, the bottom. If you imagine Lake Michigan is like a schlong, basically, it's kind of.
It is. I see it. Like. It's pissing right on top of Chicago.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So we didn't. Did we see Chicago? No.
We might get some rain here.
Yeah, we weren't too far from. CJ says, "Funny how Hank says Missouri." Well,
Missouri. I don't know how you say Missouri. It's Missouri.
Well,
Missouri.
Some people say Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some rain here. Holy.
Yeah, I see it coming down your guys' way.
Yeah. Nowhere else do we have to wear a mask. I went to the Corvette Museum, sir. Corvette Museum.
That's in the
no
country,
mask.
though.
Yeah, it's in Kentucky.
I went to the sheriff's office today, and no mask was required. The girls at the counter had masks.
Yeah.
Trying to check myself in. They said no. Go home.
Oh. CJ says no Z in Missouri. So what I'm saying, Missouri. What am I supposed to say? Missouri? Is it Missouri?
Missouri? No, it's Missouri.
It can't be Missouri. It's Missouri. Right. Missouri.
It's Missouri. There's a Z.
It's two S's. It's two S's, so it's pronounced like a Z.
But it sounds like Z's.
Am I supposed to say Missouri?
No, it's Missouri.
Don't overtry it. Don't overwork it.
No.
Okay, do you guys want to see some pictures from the Corvette Museum?
Yeah, sure.
I did. I showed you guys before, but I forgot to show you these. Hold on a second. These are some.
So now we have to.
So here we go. Boom. Let's see if this will focus. Check that out.
You paid for that.
Is that your new ride?
Yeah, we basically did a green screen thing, so this is not real. This is the original Corvette right there. So we did that. It's not real. It's not real. Boom, check this out. I like this one. This is up my alley. Like a nice,
That looks a lot more fake.
Oh no, this is the really fake looking one right here. Look at this. Hold on, come on, focus.
That looks
boy.
I can't believe Lola went along with that.
Check it out. There's one more. This is of the sinkhole. Hold on. Go ahead. Focus on that, baby.
Are you down in the sinkhole?
Boom.
Oh my God! You're sideways. You're sideways in the sinkhole.
Yeah.
They sell those?
Yes.
They saw you
God,
coming.
and
They saw you coming.
Yeah, they knew. They knew.
Yeah.
It's
So
like a tourist trap. I didn't know it was like that.
it was cool though. I
Yeah,
enjoyed the Corvette Museum. That was cool. That was fun. I had fun at the Corvette Museum. I got to see the different colors, figure out which color I like, and I'm more confused now.
Do you have a year?
A year? No. I'm talking
Or
about
a
the
set of
C8.
years.
I'm talking about the C8.
Oh, you're talking about the
You
C8.
want
I thought you were looking
a
at the
new one. You didn't talk about an old one. You took
Yeah,
the old
yeah.
one.
Those
I like a
old ones are
C7.
beautiful.
I like a C7.
No,
Well,
the
I
old-
like a Stingray. The original. What were the original?
Yes.
Is that 67-ish thing?
I think it sounds about right.
Yeah, the old
Yes,
school
those
Stingray.
I want a
beautiful
split
cars.
window. Split window.
Yeah. I like those, but
Stingray.
those are pretty ridiculously expensive nowadays.
My uncles, but when I was a kid in Illinois, I remember this. Both of my uncles were involved in, like, had a body shop and stuff like that.
Mhm.
One uncle had an orange one, and the other one had a blue one.
Oh, okay.
Same body style. That body style you're craving, they had each one of them had each one of them.
Yeah.
Blue. I'd go blue.
Yeah. I like the red. The Corvette red was nice, man. That thing really
The
looks like
candy
a
apple?
Ferrari. Yeah. I like the bronze also, and I also really like the white because it doesn't look white. It looks like it's something between white and gray. Shooting Gallery is asking if I'm going to buy a Corvette. Yes, but not immediately. I'm waiting for all-wheel drive first of all. I mean,
Well, that might
I
take
don't know
a
if
little while.
You're
I
gonna
don't know if
wait. You're gonna wait a long time.
I don't know if anyone's surprised by that, but I'm waiting for all-wheel drive, and then it's got to be, I'm probably gonna get it sometime in the future, maybe. It depends. It's a toss-up between that and the Cybertruck.
You sound like a kid. You sound like a middle schooler. I'm gonna get that sometime in the future, probably. Yeah. Looking at hot girls. I'm gonna have that sometime in
Yeah,
the future.
Lola doesn't like the C8, by the way. She doesn't like the C8.
I think
for
it's.
some
I
reason.
saw one drive past me the other day. I'm on board.
Yeah, man, those things are so sexy.
It's a good looking car,
Yeah.
and it's
No,
not.
all I want to do is buy a tubing bender, and you guys are talking about Corvettes. Come on.
Tubing bender. I need. So you know what?
Yeah,
I
but
need
see,
a.
here we go. Let me just something. We were talking before we got off on this millionaire tangent.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about people making money.
Mhm.
You think, well, what can I do? What you have a hobby where you ride motorcycles, you do this, you do that, whatever
Mhm.
you do. Think about
Mhm.
your hobby and go, what can I make?
How can you make some money?
How can I make some money from the hobby? I mean, you got what accessory could I make? Start with for this gun. You
Mhm.
know, what is it somebody's not doing right now, or they're not doing right, in your opinion? So, and you
Mhm.
don't have to start doing $1 million product. You can start doing a $500 product, sell a few of them.
Mhm.
Anybody can have an internet. Anybody can have a website now. It's like, you
Mhm.
don't have to put an advertisement out in the magazine and wait months for it to take place.
Mhm.
So that's what I like. I want to get a tubing bender. So
Tubing
I'm gonna
bender.
start making
Walter,
money.
we can
I
make a
need-
tubing bender from some frickin' Harbor Freight tools. I got you. Don't worry about it. There's
the
a
Harbor
plan.
Freight tubing bender is not not the tubing bender I'm looking for. That's not the tubing bender I'm looking for.
Yeah, go ahead, Patrick.
Nice email.
Oh.
Real quick, John Crump live. Just saw your text and Babyface's email. The public email is patrick@babyfacep.com. If you need my private email, like my work, my regular one, I'll get it. I think I have
Yeah.
your text. I'll send Crump a text.
Yeah, I don't know.
I need Walter, and you should be on the lookout for me. If you can ever find one for me, I would appreciate it. The next step up for me to continue building cool shit, I need a bandsaw so I can cut metal.
A
It's
bandsaw.
a pain in the ass to cut it
Yeah.
right now.
Oh.
You need to try to get as large as you can swing.
They're expensive though. They're really expensive.
You gotta watch the market, Facebook Marketplace. Watch all these there. Sometimes stuff pops up and it's like, whoa, shit, I gotta move. But yeah, you want to try to get something that's as large as you can.
Those guys who moved out of the thing next door, Walt, they didn't have a bandsaw?
There were two
They
of
had
them.
everything stored away in there.
Yeah, those
There were
guys
two
had
of
it.
them.
Walter, they didn't have Corvettes up in there?
They did have bandsaw. I'm
got-
pretty sure they had bandsaws.
Chris got one and my dad got one.
Oh,
But
there you
now,
go.
okay,
So-
let me clarify things. They were not they were not beauties.
Oh,
you know, they're
listen.
not like
By the
They
way,
were-
you
they
are
were
not allowed to
vertical.
mention Chris on the podcast anymore. Chris is banned from being mentioned on the podcast.
What did
You
you?
know,
What, I missed something.
He's now forever shall be known as he who shall not be named. Because that's this. We're putting Chris on that status.
let's
We're
just
putting
say
him-
this: lower
we're putting him on the-
receiver and a serial number, and then we'll.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris always messes up anything that has to do with Hank Strange. If it's Babyface P has to get something from Safety Harbor Firearms, everything's all good. It doesn't matter.
Listen,
it's Hank
I still have
Strange-
I have never completed that little jig for that little thing for the crink,
Oh,
and I've
Oh,
moved
well,
on to
that-
greener
that-
pastures.
That,
Group what?
yeah, I mean,
That ain't never gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh,
Well-
these squadron guys are out of control now.
what now?
They're is John Crump in the squadron? I don't think so. John Crump is not in the squadron. By the way,
Who's is it? They have rank like is it like El Capitan? And
yeah,
like,
El Capitan is Richard Hughes.
is Richard.
Yeah, yeah,
The squadron is rolling deep tonight, John. Crump.
yeah.
So they were going back to the bandsaw thing. They were vertical bandsaws where you push through. Right?
Yes, correct. You want
No, I
horizontal?
want the.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
They
I'll
pop
keep
up
an eye.
every
I'll
once in
find
a
one
while.
eventually.
Yeah, you gotta religiously keep an eye on Facebook Marketplace because I've seen some really cheap ones pop up. So
Yeah.
Okay, if you see one, you let me know.
I'll keep an eye out for
If
it.
anyone out there in the world has a bandsaw for Babyface P,
a
just let
horizontal
us know.
one.
Horizontal.
Horizontal
one that sits
bandsaw.
on-
I need a horizontal
yeah.
bandsaw.
You know where I got
Okay.
my first one from?
Hmm.
The garbage.
I was gonna say the dumpster. I was gonna say it.
Did you really?
The local the mobile home manufacturer in Safety Harbor, they have an
Mhm.
area where they put wood out and things like that that they're getting rid of. And we were riding
Mhm.
past there one day, and there's a table saw and a bandsaw out in the area. I'm like, pulled in with the. I left my son there to watch out for it. Well, I went and got
So
the
nobody
bin
else
car
took
we
it.
could load it up. It was nasty. They were using it in their metal shop where they work on trailers, and they'd been running oil in it as a lubricant, and it was nasty and greasy. But
But
It
did
worked
it
for a
start?
while, and
Did it run?
it worked. Yeah, fuck yeah, it worked.
Can't
It
argue
was
with
an
that.
Enco, one of these Enco style, like the 7x12. Not a real
Mhm.
huge one, but not a real small one. I used it
Mhm.
for the longest time, and then
Yeah.
I got another one since then that I bought used from somebody else. But
Yeah.
um,
So check out this question. Crump is asking me if I want a free suppressor. Nothing is free, but sure.
Exactly.
What do you got-
Exactly.
what,
Nothing is free.
yeah.
what do you got to do? What do
Yeah.
you got to do?
Yeah. We've gotten some pretty cheap suppressors before, me
Oh,
and Patrick. and
Actually,
yeah.
I'm not going to complain. Our friends at Liberty have taken care of us pretty good. So
Yes, Liberty's been very good. Very good.
I'm
to,
still waiting for
Joe-
Dave. Dave and I were going to do some stuff, and I'm still waiting. I think they got crazy busy with
Those
work.
guys are making
Yeah.
suppressors like you would not believe
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, I've heard Dave was saying last time that they are just pumping them out like crazy.
they're jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a good thing. I mean, the suppressor industry was about to. There was going to be some serious ass kicking going on. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think Liberty is ever in that category because those guys are.
They do a
they're-
little different. So.
Yeah.
And there's speaking of suppressor industry, that's a good one to bring up. There's a lot of people in the suppressor industry that like to act like ballers.
hmm
They're like they're badass. We're doing all these stuff. We're making all this shit for the special operators and blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
And all, and they gotta have the huge ass things at the SHOT Show and all this. And then there's other people that just make a lot of stuff and sell a lot of stuff, and So
Are you trying to say that there's just a little bit too much
machismo?
in the gun world? No.
Oh,
No.
like showing like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Crump is funny. I don't know if I should. So Crump says, okay, this is my boy, by the way, Crump, by the way. He says, this is free, helping a company get their product out there. Just have to do an honest review.
Oh, okay.
So
A
there you
year. One a year.
go. One a year.
What caliber? Because
Listen,
I'm
first of-
always into suppressors.
Yeah, ultimately, here's the problem with suppressors, which people need to understand. Like, if you're going to send a suppressor out here, it's not going back to you.
Oh hell no!
But we will always like do what we, we'll put it out
Yeah,
there.
use it.
Yeah, we'll use it. We'll put it on things. We'll show the people what we got out of it, kind
Let
of a
Patrick
thing.
melt his jacket on it. Do all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
And if that company is trying to get their name, if they're trying to get their foot in the business or whatever, they're always welcome to come on the show and all that kind of stuff. So they don't, they could just come on here and answer questions and all that. They don't have to send us anything. But obviously, if we're going to do something here, we have to at least get one of the suppressors, It's just the way that it is.
I'm thinking of transferring all mine in the next couple months, Hank, all in one fell swoop.
You must be saving some money. What are you? Is this
Wow.
where all your MP5 tool money is going?
I have a little CNC machine that's gonna be kicking rocks soon because I got a brand new one to cover it.
Yes, I heard about
that-
this. I heard.
that
Are
could
we
put
talking
all
about that
those-
yet, or that is not? That's not.
No, we can talk
public-
about it. There's nothing secret there.
Yeah. What's going on? Tell us.
So yeah, I haven't done any videos yet, but it's still. I took it out of the box and it's still just sitting downstairs.
Why can't we see it? It's not a gun on its own.
It's huge and it's downstairs. I can't go down there and get it.
You can go get it.
It's this big and no, I'm not getting it.
Can we see a picture of it?
Yeah, if you go to ghostgunner.com.
Oh God.
Or actually, no, I put a post up on my Instagram. You can go pull up my Instagram.
Wait, hold on.
post.
Let's see. Let me check out Instagram here for a
So
second.
I got in contact. I got a Ghost Gunner 3. Let's say that I got a Ghost Gunner 3.
Okay, very
It's
nice.
I'm gonna do a bunch
Where
of
is
videos on
Let
it
me
soon.
see. I'm trying to look through. Trying to load your.
Supposedly, the big thing people complained about last
I
time
see
was,
this
oh my
box.
God, it takes.
I see the box here, and
Go to
let's
the next one.
up. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
That's not that big. You
It's
can lift
heavy
that.
and it's awkward.
You could bring it
a
up.
lot of people complained that the Ghost Gunner 2 that I did a video on. By the way, #1 video for the Ghost Gunner on YouTube. Just
Really?
Yes, everyone go
yeah.
watch Babyface P's
Wow.
Ghost Gunner video.
Good for you. Good for you.
Right.
So the first one, the one that I have, the Ghost Gunner 2, took about 3.5 hours to mill out an 80%er. Now, a lot of people were like, "Holy crap, that's a long time! I can't spend $1,500." Supposedly, a 80%er like Walther has right there on the new 3 can get milled out in about 35 minutes.
What?
So they have cut.
That's a
they have
lot.
cut
Yeah,
the
Walt, what are you
time.
showing over there? Let's see.
Freedom.
I've got a box of blowers here that aren't mine.
Yeah, that came out that are yours or aren't yours.
Yeah, these are ones that were. Well, these are from one of our first runs of blowers we did.
Oh.
So
okay.
I got ones like 08, 008, and here's 003. Well, anyways.
Yeah.
That's cool.
John Crump says, "I love my GG3." He,
Oh, I didn't know Crump had one.
Crump had one. Crump had one when you had when you first had your Ghost Gunner 2. Crump already had a Ghost Gunner 3,
Listen,
man,
I had
because
to
that's how
go-
he rolls, son.
I was offered a Ghost Gunner 3 about a year ago, and I said, absolutely, send it to me. And then I never heard back.
Yeah, baby.
So I had to go. I went, I had a wild hair at my bug not that long ago, a week, 3 weeks ago, and I said, I'm going to chase this thing down, and I'm going to get one.
Right.
I actually got in contact with Cody Wilson that runs it, and I was like, hey, I was talking with so-and-so to get one. Can I get on the list and finally get one? So I finally got one to do some videos on.
So, by the way, BWE says, "Is it as big as mine, Babyface P?"
I don't think you have a Ghost
I
Gunner,
don't think it's
so-
that small. I don't think they put them out that small. That's what I was. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. John Crump says yes. They're supposed to be 35 minutes.
This is funny.
Wow.
I wonder how this is going to work. Have you ever seen? There's a girl that got famous by the. God, what was it? When Bernie Sanders was running for president, she had a video of her like in a low cut, high crop top, singing "Okay Boomer."
Yeah, I
She just
remember
bought-
that.
You remember that chick? Okay.
Yes, I do.
I guess she's not doing an OnlyFans. I don't know where she's making her money at. Maybe YouTube or something. Maybe she does have an OnlyFans. She just bought, mind you, this girl was pro Bernie Sanders and tax and eat the rich. She was that type of person. Just bought a $2 million apartment from her internet fame money.
Wow, nice.
I wonder how that's
respect
going to
that.
change now that she has money. I wonder how that opinion of tax and eat the rich is going to change now that.
Well, she's still there's still richer people than her.
Oh, absolutely. We should tax and eat them. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always somebody doing better than moi.
Yeah. So John
Yeah.
Tram says, I need a Hank Strange 80% lower. Listen, I think if we go to the Safety Harbor website, there might be one Hank Strange actual lower left.
Well, that's a finished one. That's not an 80%.
Yeah, it's finished. Yeah, it's not an 80%. There are no 80% ones out there, so far as I know. But there's one. There's one left. Go ahead, Walt. Sorry.
I could see some 80% lowers, maybe marked with your stuff on it. I could see that.
Oh, it's possible. Apparently, it's possible. So
remember what I told you about the box I found in the shop? Remember that? Or did I tell you?
Okay.
I found a box of 80% lowers that I forgot about.
How do you just forget about a box of 80?
Stargate syndrome.
That shop, there's so much shit in that shop that it'd be amazing just to look around.
They were sitting right next to the other ones that we pulled out and made, and I don't know how they got left. I really don't. I walked up one day and looked down and said, "What's in that box?" Don't tell me.
For anybody that hasn't been following Walter's Instagram, there's also a video not that long ago of him going, "Oh look, a whole crate of Chicom 76239. Oh great, it's sitting right here."
I bought that at
That's not a subtle flex at all.
I'm saving that to do a video with. I want to open it, crack it open. You can smell that 80s. You can smell that 60s copper wash Chicom ammo.
It's out of it.
It gives me goosebumps. I got goosebumps thinking about it. That's like going back in the time machine to the 80s. You know.
I cracked a 1974 7 and 6 can 545, and that was pretty cool because it smelled like Russian communism inside.
Yeah. I mean, back in those days when you used to order a case of like Chinese ammo, you get it, and that was a big deal. It's like this wooden crate with the Chinese writing on it, and all this stuff. You open it up the first time, and it's like, oh man, this came from China. You know, this is not like, it's like old school China, Vietnam vintage China. You know, this didn't get shipped off to North Vietnam. And
you felt like you were opening up one of those, getting one of those clay soldiers.
Yeah. Can I bring us to the most uncomfortable topic of the night that I just got reminded of?
Oh, okay.
What,
has everybody out there listened to the Memorial Day? I think it was the Memorial Day speech from Biden, and his talking about some other person's little kid.
Oh, you're talking about? Yeah, I heard that. Unfortunately, I only heard that because everyone was sharing that. I think you.
It was they replayed it on the news today on the car news. I was listening to the radio in the car, and they replayed it on there. And I can't listen to it. It creeps me the fuck out so bad that I was just like, oh, I just want to turn this off.
I heard about it and I haven't listened to it, but once again, this would be something you have to ask your Democrat friends. What do you think about this dude? You think he's really? It's just a coincidence that he's creepy like that, or is it for really?
So
creepy?
he's either there are two things to me. He's either a truly a creepy pervert, which he's been creepy as ever for a long time, or he's just a senile old coot who has no fucking concept of what he's saying. Mm-hmm. And both are very plausible to me.
That's not. You don't say stuff like that based on dementia.
Unless
dementia is taking down a creepy like door
wall
that you had in your. Yeah. I don't.
I had Marley listen to it after I listened to him talk, and it made me so.
I would if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want someone to talk like that about her. I felt bad.
So uncomfortable.
If I was that girl's parent, those people never again. They cannot be around.
So freaking uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's like Michael. If Michael Jackson, imagine Michael Jackson saying that.
Michael,
yeah.
Yes, Michael.
God damn it! Now I got that voice in my head. Those Tourette's and that. Look like a 19-year-old.
Yeah. There's something wrong with Biden, but no one's gonna notice that. No one is gonna notice that.
Of course not.
Yeah. It's just.
He could be the most raving.
Lunatic
fucker in the world, and they're gonna go, well, he's just, that's the way he is. That's just, what are you talking about?
Yeah, something's wrong with us for seeing how creepy
So
that
if you
is.
want to go down a kind of a clinician's path on this, his son is also a crazy perv. If you have ever looked at the photos that leaked about him, he is
Mhm.
one nasty ass dude.
Mhm.
That doesn't just come. Ugh, I shouldn't have said
No.
it like that. I should have paused right there. That
It
doesn't
has
just.
roots.
That isn't
It has
just.
roots in bad places.
It does. It doesn't. Your brain doesn't just work like that naturally. It has reasons.
Yeah.
Is that fellow saying birds of the feather flock together?
Yeah.
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 No, it made
Pedo
clearly it
Island
made
and,
Hank
you know, and-
it made Hank very uncomfortable because he is like cringing right now.
I just can't. I don't know. I mean, it's flabbergasting to think of how all that stuff is let go. Let you know, if recently Trump would have done something like that, end of the world.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, end of the
Well,
world
they tried-
scenario.
they
So-
tried it numerous times to make all these ends of the world scenarios. What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah. Let me get this on here. We got a super chat. Oh, you know what? I've been
Money.
not doing my proper job when we get super chats. So you know, big thanks to Crump. He says from John Crump, I have a watch that only wait, hold on a second. Let me see. I got to read this. He says they only make 7 of a year. I thought I would never run into someone having one until Hank got one. And now and then
that?
sad face.
I guess that's a
Boom.
good opportunity to show it off.
Check
Oh,
that
those
out.
watches?
It's not as
Yeah.
big as I thought it was.
Yeah, it's not that big. It's not that big.
That's what
Not
That
big.
is-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
wasn't
not
a
as
great
big.
opportunity. I
It's
just
not as big as I thought it would be.
That's what
I'm a little
she.
disappointed.
That's what she said. That's what
I
she
stopped
said.
myself. I stopped myself.
So let me see. So this is the. Let's
Let's-
see if I can get it to. I don't know if I can. Hold on. Let me see if I can go.
It was working just then, just a second ago.
Let's see if we can get it to focus on this. There we go. Here we
There
go.
it is.
So this is the Sao Paulo from Peacetime 38, which we had Czar Llewellyn on the show. And he makes
Give
this.
the height. I want to see the height of it. How
Okay,
thick
here we
is
go.
it?
Let's see if we can
You
get
gotta put your
it.
hand in. Oh,
It's
it-
basically
almost got-
basically a big cylinder. So check that out. It's a
too tall,
cylinder.
that's my problem.
Yeah, there you go. So this is a cylinder, stainless steel. It's an automatic watch, and boom, on the back end of it, there is. Let's see if we can get it up the right way. Hank Strange logo. What? So that's from Peacetime 38. We had Czar Llewellyn on the show in the past, if you guys remember Czar. So he is an artist, does a lot of stuff. I think he. I found out about him from John. And he was on John's show, and then he came on our show. And he's an artist, he's a gun guy, and he makes these beautiful watches. This one has like the rubber strap on it, and I bought it. You know, I got a little bit of a Hank Strange discount, but yeah, I like it. I like the whole, you know, I like the gun theme or whatever. It goes along with my kind of stuff.
Peacetime, like peacetime, or is it?
Yeah,
a
Peacetime
peace?
38. Like peace as in
Peace
as
and
in
war.
peace. Yeah. Peacetime
Peace and
38.
peace. Thank you. Very descriptive.
Yeah, peace
is
like
a-
peace. Not like pieces, but peace. So let me see. I could try to pull it up here for everyone. Peacetime 38. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, that
People
didn't come
requesting a BFP lower. People requesting a BFP lower.
up. Oh, okay.
What happened?
BFP lower. When well, that's up to you, Walter. When is that happening? When is the BFP
Patrick,
lower? Well, oh, is that up to Patrick?
Whenever hey, Walter has my logo. Sorry, Marley just got home with dinner. Walter has my logo whenever we do it. Hey, there's no commission on my part. I'm just happy to get my logo out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So hold on a second. So Walter, so Safety Harbor is going to make their lower with the babyface logo on it, right? That's what you're talking about, Patrick?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it could happen, yes. But right at the moment, let me see. I got 1 milling machine that's going to be fixed tomorrow, and then I got one of my brand new ones that's acting like a dumb fuck, and so you can see a little bit of aggravation in my voice.
Right, I understand.
So, and there's people around. When are you going to have this stock? When are you going to have this? When are you going to have that? So before I start making lowers again, I got to get some more other stuff made. So we'll work on it. It'll be in the docket. I know where they're at now, so we're good to go. Um, so that's a distinct possibility, yes, and we'll fix any errors that were made in the previous run.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about he who shall not be mentioned, who messes up anything that's in relation to Hank Strange
And
business?
he that shall not be mentioned will probably be the one that might be running them again. So
Yeah.
you might want to be.
No, I'm not gonna be nice about it, man. I'm pretty. My feelings are hurt extremely. You
No
know,
Richard
over that.
Monder, no dick butt lowers, no dick butt.
He won't do it. He won't do it.
You'll have to get that directly from Patrick if that's what you want.
I can't
Yes,
engrave,
shooting
but-
gallery
He can
Ellie.
ghost gun
Eddie.
that thing. He can ghost gun that.
Yeah, I
thing.
can go Scott.
I bet you those dick butt lowers wind up becoming like collectors items. And by the way, so
One
there's one of those Hank Strange lowers left, and when that one is sold, there's not going to be any more Hank Strange lowers coming out with that logo.
Not with that logo. Not with
Nope.
that logo.
Nope. So this is like Supreme. If you got it already,
It'll
you
be
got it. You know, if you
That was
didn't
a
get
special
it,
edition.
yeah,
Special edition.
I like that.
yeah, it will be. So next time we do something like that, it'll be a completely different one. But then the people who got those will be able to brag about it. You know, it's like if you have one of the if you actually happen to have one of the Magpul lowers, what do they call that thing? Like a baby doll. You know how Magpul actually made some lowers, and there's a couple of ARs, complete ARs out there, and then there's lowers.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
know
before
that.
they got. That's before they got smart and said, "Fuck, I ain't making no gun stuff. Let's make
Yeah,
gun stuff."
yeah. You know who I know has? You know who I know has a lower and a
I know
complete
who
gun?
you know that has one.
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah. Shout out. Okay, Crump is showing me his new logo. Oh, look at that. Okay, so Crumpy, am I supposed to show your new logo? I don't know. He's texting it to me. Maybe he wants it to be shown. Here, let's. Well, I'll wait for him to tell me yes or no of whether or not I could show it.
Len Holt was asking, that must be the machine that's used to make the SHTF 50 barrels. No, no, I don't make any barrels in my shop. So, we never have, and we never even turn the profiles. I have somebody else do that too. So,
Yeah. By the way, so Richard Monder is asking you this question. He says AOC lowers ?
if I did an AOC lower, it'd be pornographic. So,
Tiny horse face.
AOC is
And-
disgusting.
I'd have her bent over and somebody be doing her. So,
Yeah. Who was that laughing in the background?
that was Patrick. Funny though, right?
Yeah.
No AOC.
Yeah.
Lower. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe if I make her
don't
like
do
turn her
AOC.
face into like a horse or something.
No, don't do an AOC lower. No. Those people don't deserve to be immortalized.
No.
So here, let me show the Crumpy logo. There you go. Ever vigilant. It looks like a clown skull with two crossed ARs for the people. Let me see.
Is he a juggalo?
What is a jug? What?
You
What
don't
is
know
a
what a
jug-
jug. Okay, I'm not even gonna. We're not even going. He's not a juggalo. Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Clown.
I don't know. Oh, okay, I don't know what that means.
Hey, you were in. You don't know what a juggalo is? You don't know?
I know what a gigolo is.
No, a juggalo. Juggalo is from Insane. It's the people who follow Insane Clown.
Oh,
Posse.
in slang. No, I didn't know that's what they call the people who follow.
Yeah, they're
the-
called juggalos.
Oh, I didn't know
Appalachian
that.
gun runners asking, these foster kids are criminals. These little criminals escaped from their where they were living at, and broke into a house. And this person, there was guns in the house. First thing, they trashed the house too, breaking toilets and busting everything up. And then they found some guns, and then I guess the popo showed up, and they started shooting at the popo. So
What?
yeah, with AK. So I believe one of
My
them got
God.
shot.
Yeah,
One of them was shot, and the other one, I don't know if they gave up or what, but
I think they found a shotgun and an AK, and they started shooting at the cops who
Yeah.
didn't want to shoot back at
Yeah.
them, but then eventually did. So I think the 12-year-old was a boy and the 14-year-old was a girl. They hit the girl, and then when she got hit, then the boy gave up, and then she wound up in the hospital. and obviously both of them are arrested.
And they
Where
have
did that happen at?
they
Oh,
have
man.
priors too. They're not little angels or anything like that.
How does a 12-year-old have priors?
There's
What in
lots
the
of 12-year-olds with priors.
Because
There's
they like
lots
to
of
smoke
12-year-olds
with
priors.
cigarettes.
Exactly,
Whatever the-
right?
whatever.
And I guess
Yeah.
they're minors, so they haven't released pictures of who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, yeah,
Oh, wait,
that's
no, no.
crazy. That's crazy. What do you think about this whole thing, Walt?
Well, let's just say this: if 12 and 14-year-olds decide they're going to start shooting at me, and when they're shooting at me, they're trying to kill me. They are going to be dispatched if I have the first opportunity. I don't care if there's 6 or 8 or 10 or whatever they are. The bullet doesn't care.
Self-defense,
So-
self-defense. And you're at that age, you
Yep.
know better. You're smart enough.
You know better.
Yeah,
You've been in the system. You know the rules. You know better.
Yeah,
Can I
Brian
just
Quick
can't
says
even
arrest the
imagine a
parents. They
12.
don't have parents. They're foster children.
They don't have. They've been in this care home thing. Yeah.
Have
Yeah,
they said
don't-
anything
Yeah.
about who they are?
Not really, but the place they had been stored in, one of the inmates or one of the people in this place killed somebody last year in this place. I read that real quick.
Yeah.
So this is not a place for your loving.
Yeah, you're not gonna make kids better with any of that stuff. How are we doing on the
It says you
broadband?
10%. You've got 10% left.
Oh, 10%? How many gigs is that, Lola? Oh, okay. That's like 3 gigs. I'm guessing. Yeah, Lola's giving me a status of I think our stream is still good though. Lola's giving me a status of how much what we got
Are
left.
you at the hacienda or are you on remote?
I'm at the hacienda. I'm back in Florida.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you're not at Casa Babyface
No.
No.
We didn't roll out to Casa Babyface.
running off.
we're
the
here if you
line.
We
need us.
obviously will probably have to
Sounds like it.
yeah. At some point here, but no, we're looks like we're good now. If we got like 3 gigabytes or something like that, Lola, we should be good. We got like about 15 minutes.
Yes, 27.16 gigabytes.
Okay, we got like 3 gigabytes. We're good. It's Walter. Walter was scaring me.
Why was Walter scared?
I've actually got a halfway decent signal at this time. So,
He did, but he froze for a second, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
You know, the thing with the kids is like obviously the system is not working for those kids. When you can actually when you're a kid and you're so badass that you can get into a shootout with the popo, and if you survive that, you're lucky. So
Yeah, that was
So-
a popo being nice. Let's just say that.
Way
Yeah.
nice.
Way nicer than they need to be.
Yeah, I think those kids definitely spankings need to be brought back in. You know, I mean, I don't know if that could save them. I don't know. If that
I
save
could
them.
never. My kids would never. Well, if you think about it, I never had that thought in my head of like, oh, let me go do something bad. I knew right from wrong, and I just chose not to do bad shit. You know.
Mhm.
Well, so let's see what happens to them after this.
I
Do they
don't
get
know, man.
put right back in the same little system that coddles them and tries to
Yeah.
be nice to them? And I don't know.
Lots of crazy things going on in the world. What did you
Until
guys?
and
Go ahead. Hmm.
until they hurt somebody else again.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the Supreme Court thing? Let me see if I could get this up on the screen.
I don't know that was that big of a piece of news.
So,
it was
you
hard for me
don't-
to even find it.
Okay, so did you find it? Okay, so here it goes. SCOTUS unanimously, this is in Breitbart for anyone who's looking at it. SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the U.S., unanimously rules against Ninth Circuit rule that gave asylum to previously denied illegal aliens. The U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday held that federal courts have a limited role in reviewing immigration judge findings, reversing a decision from the Ninth Circuit Appeals Court that helped grant immigration relief to illegal aliens seeking asylum. Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote in a 9-0 decision that there's nothing in the Immigration Nationality Act that contemplates anything like the embellishment the Ninth Circuit has adopted when deeming that illegal aliens' testimony in an immigration case must be considered credible and true if not explicitly stated otherwise by immigration judge or the board immigration appeals. We can go on, but basically 9-0. So that means even the other dudes.
When the leftists agree with when the left agrees with the right,
Something's going on.
What was the actual case there? So the Ninth Circuit was saying that when it comes to immigration cases, you have to believe what the immigrant
So here's what it
saying?
says. It says Cesar Alcaraz Enriquez, Alcaraz Enriquez, a previously deported illegal alien from Mexico, and Ming Dai, a Chinese national who first arrived on a B-2 tourist visa, has sought asylum in the U.S. In Alcaraz Enriquez's case, during the course of his hearing before a federal immigration judge, he claimed that he needed asylum in the U.S. because his life would be threatened in Mexico if he was deported. Evidence in the case revealed that Alcaraz Enriquez pleaded no contest in California to inflicting corporal injury on a spouse or a cohabitant and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Yeah, so weighing whether this constituted a particularly serious crime, Alcaraz Enriquez said he was upset with his 17-year-old girlfriend because he believed she was hitting his daughter and thus hit her. So just stuff like this is the kind of thing that was going on.
this is
And so the problem here was credibility of this guy. It was in question, and
it sounds like the Ninth Circuit said that unless shown otherwise, you have to believe what they say. And it sounds like that's what the judges came back and said no.
something in the law says something about breaking the law kind of disqualifies you from different kind of citizenship things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happened to the Chinese dude? What's his story? Or it doesn't matter because he's Chinese.
Well, I don't know. Here, you guys want me to dig into?
He's not the Ranigo Ragugo Babuba Rodriguez, so it doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah. Let me see. I would have to.
That's not the story they were interested in. Basically, what it comes down to is a Ninth Circuit, which is a leftist court, said, "You ain't doing that. This is what we think you should do." And the Supreme Court said, you don't have any jurisdiction in this matter.
Yeah. I mean, this is why courts, right? The courts are not the Ninth Circuit court.
Yeah,
but
you have an immigration court who's supposed to be the person making decisions, right?
Yeah.
Well, his decision is useless because you don't like his decision. That's basically it.
And they should take whatever evidence they have in front of them, So
when they have thousands of people come before them, hundreds, probably tens of thousands of people every year. Every story in the book, every sad, So, and he's been deported once already, so he already broke the law second time, right? Yeah.
So here's the thing, and I think I was talking to Mark Walters of Armed America Radio about this. He was saying, what are we setting up for here? If the Supreme Court, let's say, takes on that case from New York City, for example, is there going to be another 9-0 thing in the favor of the Second Amendment? Is this the kind of stuff we need to, are the judges looking at things like this? Are they? And I think what he was trying to say is, with everything going on the left, with them saying they're going to start packing the courts, are the courts pushing back, right now by going, hey, this is what we think about that? Are they trying to send a subtle message, or is it that the courts have come to some kind of sense on, have they come to
this
the
seems
senses?
Like bad.
Yeah.
It seems like the Ninth Circuit decision was just bad case law.
Yeah.
I'm still not understanding what was overturned here. I don't quite understand what their case was about.
Well, the Ninth was basically saying that you have to take whatever the witness says as fact or something
at
crazy.
face value. And then they just overturned it and said, no, you don't.
They're overstepping their.
It sounds like they were just overstepping their bounds, which is that's an easy win for the Supreme Court. That's why they take cases like this, is because that's an easy win. They can look at it and go, no, you overstepped, go back.
Yeah,
the other cases that they're picking,
that's not your.
Yeah,
not
no,
your
this
job.
is this seems like an easy win. That's why it's a 9-0 decision. This doesn't seem like it's a big deal case to me.
Yeah.
If the Supreme Court was packed, that term they like to use, which means then those people really are useless.
Mm-hmm.
They're what are they there for? If you have 20 different, if you have 20 judges and their job is useless. You don't have any
Absolutely. But But also,
Yeah.
Democrats think that works in their favor until the pendulum swings the other way. What if the pendulum swings the other way, and then the right, and then the right packs them and then does whatever they want? No, we leave the structure of what makes America so freaking awesome alone. If there's major problems, we can fix it. But we fixed a lot of things. Everything's good. Everything's pretty much. We got a lot. We got too many damn laws in America, and this is really what the Supreme Court needs to start dealing with. There's a lot of stupid ass laws layered on top of laws, layered on top of laws that we need to get rid of. What did you guys? I don't want before we've got 9 minutes. I really wanted to talk about David Chapman, or whatever. What do you guys think about that guy and testimony that was going on while we were not
awful
here?
If I never hear somebody say thank you for the question, Congressman, one more time, I will be happy. Constant. Thank you for the question, Congressman. Oh, thank you for the question, Congressman. He knows nothing. He knows absolutely zero about what he's talking about. He's he's using talking points from the Gifford campaigns, but he literally knows nothing about what he's talking about. Absolutely nothing. And he contradicts himself multiple times. Terrible. I really, really hope he doesn't get put in. I've heard a 50-50 that the Dems think they have the numbers and the pubs think that they don't have the numbers. So we'll see.
Yeah, Walter, did you look at it, or were you you just tuning out of that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of followed a little bit, but I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah,
I mean, to me, watching stuff like that's like watching people on YouTube crashing things on purpose to get a.
I can't. I wasn't able to watch it. It just. Watching somebody lie repeatedly over and over and over again like that I just couldn't watch it because I'm sitting there yelling at my screen and it doesn't do anything. It's pointless.
So the part that's made news and that we've probably all read or heard about is the part where they asked him, what does he consider an assault weapon? And he didn't want to answer that until he was
he refused to answer. Yep, he refused to answer.
He did say that he believes an assault weapon is any firearm that's above 22 caliber with a removable magazine. Yeah. I'm just going to leave that there.
Yeah.
I mean, this idiot, this idiot. How close is this guy to be? Yeah, go ahead. Well, yeah.
Any above 22 with a removable magazine. So, if I take this right here, which is a 1903 Springfield, and I add a removable magazine, now it's an assault rifle.
Assault weapon.
Yeah.
Assault weapon, whatever term you want to use in your. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, man, this is so crazy. It's just so undeniably blatant what Biden is doing by putting up this guy, to be the head of the ATF. The ATF head is not supposed to be this biased. I didn't think anyone.
He is employed by the anti-gun agents. I mean, group.
Yeah, it should be an apolitical job.
Yeah.
He's taking money from them as he sits there running his.
He's making out of his mouth. And making points for them and all that kind of stuff. How close do you think these I would like to hear predictions from you guys, since Walter, you're so you've obviously made some predictions that you're pretty proud of. What's your predictions on his likelihood of becoming
okay, so he's got to get
head of the ATF.
He's got to be. That's got to go through the Senate, right? Is it the Senate he's got to get through, or the?
Who is he? Who's he talking to right now? Is it Congress or Senate that he's talking to? I wasn't looking at that.
No,
I'm not sure. 50-50.
I think
50-50.
I don't have any faith in the Republicans because they're most of them are scared of their shadows. The only thing that'll turn the Democrats is if some of these places, like in West Virginia, where they said, these people they're outraged about it, or some places like that. But
Mhm.
50-50.
Mhm.
You know, we can't rock the boat. Let's not rock the boat. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, Republicans should. Man, I really hope Republicans aren't going to get behind this guy. He should be blocked. I think I saw, who was it? Was it Night Train that just said that? Night Train says, "I have a crazy theory. Shipman is a fall guy. They will nominate someone else, less controversial, but just as anti-gun."
Well, I'm surprised they haven't thrown a woman up there. To be honest with
Yeah, Florida Gun says, "I'm surprised the tobacco, alcohol manufacturers aren't opposing this clown." Um,
you. I'm not surprised.
He's
at
not there
anything.
to go against. He's not there
They're not.
to
He's not after
regulate.
tobacco and alcohol.
yeah, only
He's
guns.
not there to regulate alcohol. He's not there to regulate tobacco. He has no interest in either of those whatsoever.
And to be quite honest with you, it's 2021. Why do we have an agency, a government agency, regulating
Useless.
tobacco?
Mhm.
It's on a boar hog.
Why do we
well,
have
ATF
one? Why do we have one regulating alcohol?
Taxes.
It's tax revenue. I just put in a $200 tax revenue piece of shit today,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm well aware of their tax generating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but in reality, that I hate to say it, but that's kind of a dated text too. But anyways, I don't want to give them any ideas.
Yeah. Oh, well,
they
you don't
already
have
have their
to.
idea.
Yeah.
They already have the idea. They were talking about increasing it.
Yeah. James Miller says, like Tim Pool says, Democrats are evil and Republicans are spineless.
Pretty true.
I would agree with that. We got a lot of spineless Republicans out there, obviously.
Let's just go have lunch. Come on, let's just go have lunch.
It's going to be time to call the herd. I hope this guy doesn't become the head of the ATF. I would rather see no head of the ATF. I would rather see the freaking ATF dismantled. If you want to, what is the thing that they're calling for the police?
Defund.
Yeah, defund the police. I say defund the ATF, please. Start right there.
Unfortunately, I don't think that would do a whole lot. We need to deregulate things as well. That's the problem.
42 Chilled said, with weed legal. Did you guys see Amazon now is pushing for weed to be legalized?
What could they want to sell it?
No.
Come on, man. What do you You got the biggest. You got one of the biggest. You got the biggest distribution network in the whole effing world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's bring on the weed, brother. Let's sell some of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think it. God, this is going to be conspiracy theory.
They don't care.
I think it almost could be more. I think it is. I think it's mostly a capitalistic thing where Amazon would love to have a Amazon weed.
Sure.
They would love to have that.
They'd have their own brand of it.
They're also they're relaxing they're relaxing the whip on their own employees.
Amazon basic weed. But no,
you get it in a gallon oil jug. You just shake it out.
You smoke this and you be like a basic bitch.
You have unhappy employees making minimum wage, doing really tough work that they bitch about. They want to unionize. They want all this. How do you pacify that type of person? Oh, well, you can smoke before you come in. Oh, don't worry about it. We have
some weed at lunch.
We helped you get legalized weed. Don't worry about it. I definitely think drugs in general like this would be something that would pacify. Don't worry about it. Just go chill out on the couch. Don't do anything reckless. Don't unionize against us.
Yeah. In the minute or minute and a half that we have left, I have one last thing I want to talk about. So I did buy a new gun while I was on my trip.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too.
Yeah, and I want to talk about this.
Go ahead.
Some people are going to be some people are going to be offended by what I'm going to say here. Some of the folks looking at this are going to be offended. First of all, let me show you what I'm talking about here. That's what I bought. Boom. That's a clue. By the way, so this is the thing that happened. I opened up this box, and for the love of mercy, the cigarette smoke in this box smelled like one of those dive hotels that you go into that has a no smoking sign, but everyone smokes up in there. That's what it smelled like.
Want me to give you an idea for a video?
Yeah, what's the idea? Because we don't have smell-o-vision, but here, here is the gun.
Take the lid of that box. Mm-hmm. Get yourself the whitest, cleanest piece of cloth you can find.
Mm-hmm.
put a little moisture on it, and just wipe across the top
Oh
of that box.
no,
Oh,
no, no,
God.
no, no! You don't
Oh,
want.
God.
You do
And
not
you're
want to
gonna-
do that.
And you're gonna, it's gonna be yellow from nicotine.
Yeah.
Tar and nicotine. You don't want to do.
Can
that.
I just
Let me
ask the
tell
folks,
you.
the folks out there that smoke? Okay, you have the right to do what you want to do. I'm
Stop.
not knocking it. I'm not knocking it at all.
Oh,
But
I'm knocking
why?
it. Stop it.
This is the
It's
first
a
time I
bad
bought
habit.
it. This is the first time I've. Has this ever happened to you guys that you bought a used gun and the box
we done
smells?
transfers. We do transfers to
That
people,
stink.
and the gun shows up, and it's like, oh, gee, Christ!
Stop
man.
smoking.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's not
totally
good for you.
disgusting.
Don't be addicted to something. It ain't good for you. Cut it out.
No, you could do what you want to do, but don't smoke around your guns, okay? Because when
the
if
one-
I wind up
no.
buying your guns, I don't want them smelling like you friggin' smoke
The
5
one-
packs a day.
And
The one that bothers me the most, driving down the street, real nice car pulls by, person sitting in the front seat puffing, ruining that car interior.
Yeah.
You
but
can't
that's
get
their
that
world.
stink out of a car.
Now, the thing that really bothers Hank is the fact that somebody violated his
Yeah.
Hudson box.
Yes, this
Yeah,
Hudson
that's what it
He
box.
doesn't care about
It's-
you can wipe that shit off the gun. It does come right off. But
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not worried
that
about
will
that, yeah.
always smell like somebody's lungs on
Mhm.
his box,
Yeah.
and he cherished that Hudson box.
Yeah.
That's why he bought that gun. He wanted that box.
Yeah.
It says Hudson on it.
Yes,
If it didn't say
exactly. Come
Hudson,
on.
he wouldn't-
That box was worth $1,200, sir. Yeah.
Way back
Yeah.
when.
I don't know if there's that paper absorbs the cloth in there absorbs that.
I don't know.
So you
Someone
pull it
said
for-
put baking soda in there. Night Train says just dump the gun and the box in a vat of hops number 9.
Yeah, then it would at least smell pretty good. Smell like
Oh
that
my
banana
God.
smell.
Yeah, I've been hitting that thing
Little-
every 5 minutes with Febreze.
You're gonna have to just let it sit outside. And
Yeah,
air for
I
a
put it
while.
outside, but it started raining, so yes, it is gonna live
Yeah.
outside. Yeah.
It'll air out in time. It takes a long time.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah.
I tell you a
I don't
story
get it.
similar but different, not involving cigarette smoke. But way back when, I have a really nice camera bag that I bought way back when. I got it here still, as a matter of fact. A
Mhm.
Tamarack camera bag. That when I used to have a bigger video camera, I carried the video camera in that Tamarack bag. Well, my daughter
Mhm.
had this effing cat that got out of her room
Did it piss in it?
and pissed all over that Tamarack bag.
It'll never
I
smell the
mean,
same
that
again.
bag that bag stunk so effing bad. You know what I did? I stuck it out in the front porch and I left it. And it sat out in the front porch it got rained on. And eventually
And it still smelled?
the pissy shitty cat smell went away.
Oh, okay.
But that was with
So-
UV light and rain and me
Yeah.
going, I ain't bringing that fucking thing in the house. It
Yeah.
stinks too bad.
Brick says you can
Oh,
try a
kill it.
couple of pieces of charcoal inside. I got to bring this box back. The box is the most important part of a. You know what? Actually, you know what, Patrick? I'm gonna trade you. You could take my box. I'll give you my box. I'll
Okay.
take yours.
Well, the foam in my box has been cut out, so it could put
Oh,
an extra
damn it.
magazine in there.
Oh,
I don't think you want that.
This is the bag.
Yeah. Whoever. I'm gonna get my hands.
This bag?
Yeah. By
Yeah,
the way,
it does not. You could never smell it again. It doesn't
Yeah.
smell at all. So
No,
I
don't
use it for a
smoke
shooting
around
bag
your
a lot of
belongings.
yeah. By the
Don't
way,
smoke around yourself. Either.
oh man, it's just really disgusting. So by the way, big shout out to Everything Conceal Carry Guns. My friend Dylan out there helped me get it. Big shout out to the boss over there.
Young Dylan.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the owner of that store. But shout out to the owner of Everything Conceal Carry for giving me a good deal on it. I didn't even realize it had arrived, and Babyface is like, "What's up with that? What's it?"
Yeah, where's your gun at?
Yeah, and then it was there, and then I'm sending him pictures. I'm like, "Oh, I'll send you pictures while I open it," and I was like,
He's like, oh, it
boom,
Son of a
stinks.
bitch.
Yeah.
I could hear him fuming in the background.
Yeah. So yeah.
You'll
all kinds of
listen.
little
You'll be happy in the long run. It was well worth it.
Yeah, Down the Barrel says
smell will go
vinegar.
away.
Yeah, he says vinegar for a day and charcoal baking soda mix for a day, and it'll take any smell out. So there you go, some good.
You got to try that. That sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
Armament and Axes, who would know about this, says coffee grounds does wonders to kill and absorb odors.
I'll need to quit smoking. It's bad for you.
Yeah, so, and Devil Dog 81mm says Dylan has a gun, I need to get back with him on. So, yeah, anyway, big shout out to him. Thanks for that. I am happy to get that.
Young Dylan.
Yeah, I think those are going to be collector's items. Can we talk about the fact that, I think Daniel Defense is coming out with one sometime, right? Suppose
Yeah,
I don't know
allegedly.
whatever happened to it.
Yeah.
It won't be
Yeah,
the same.
allegedly.
No, it won't be the same. So
No, same.
yeah. So
We
anyway,
could have we could have a whole show about what do you think will become collectible across the board. Cars.
yeah, we should do that.
I have some ideas on the cars that are
There-
you know, go like what?
There's some ridiculous things that become collectible, and you're like, why is that collectible?
Yeah, you can never predict it. We'll do that. So here, listen, let me let these guys wrap up before our internet runs out. Babyface.
Kind of close.
Yeah, do you have
YouTube.com/babyfaceP. No video this week. It was Memorial Day. You'll have a new one next week.
All right, boom. There you go. Make sure you subscribe to Babyface P on YouTube. Walter, Dirtfoot. I see you got your Dirtfoot Racing shirt on. There you
I like
go.
the color.
Tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice color.
I got some blue. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Dirtfoot Racing on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Safety Over Firearms the same. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Stemparts.com, and there's safetyoverfirearms.com. I got another Chinese diesel engine coming. It should be here by the end of the week, maybe beginning of next. There'll be another video.
Awesome. Very cool. We're all wearing blue.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm wearing the nicest shade of blue. There you go. I think I'm rocking the nicest shade
Got the
of
baby
blue.
blue on.
Yes, I'm going to run in the end. We'll be right back, and someone's going to leave us with the words of wisdom. I'm going to let you two guys figure that out. Big thanks to everyone out there for watching the show. Big shout out to Walther Arms for actually sponsoring us. You know, I really do appreciate that, especially in light of all the other things that we've said. There are some companies out there, some good companies that do support us and other people, and we appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah, so let me run in the end, and we'll be right back. Here. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Go to hankstrange.com and sign up for that. And as well, check out US Law Shield. We have a link in the description. You guys can sign up, save some money, and all that kind of good stuff. Let's see here. Walter, or Babyface, who's got words of wisdom? Does anyone? This?
Think of, when I say this, think of what month it is. Corporate America does not give a shit about you.
All right. There you go.
I was on a TIFF today.
Yeah, it's June, but I don't know what that has to do with June. Okay, Walter.
It's hurricane season here in Florida again.
Yeah, that happens in June.
Make sure your genset runs. You know, it's got gas.
Keep your batteries dry.
Yeah.
And be civil.
James Miller says, "Words of wisdom: don't let a cat pee on your bag."
Oh no!
Oh my God, that was you could. There's times when I get upset. That was one of those. It was in my gun room too, which where I'm sitting at right here. And the cat crawled into a corner where you couldn't, and you just smell. I was so.
Cats are evil. Cats are evil. Yeah.
If it wouldn't have been my daughter's cat, it probably would have been. Got a flying lesson across the street.
Right, and just say no to guns, to smoking around guns that you're going to sell to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Whoever it was that sold that, I will find you one day. We are out of here. We'll be back tomorrow and I think on Friday. Big thanks to Babyface P as well as Walter Keller from Safety Harbor Firearms. We're out of here. We'll see you guys. Peace. We're out.